All right. Good morning, warriors. How many of you know me from foundation, orientation, alterations, and all? Okay. Who are the new ones? Never seen my face. Okay, handful. Good enough. For the ones who are watching me on YouTube as well. My name is Rahul. I've been assigned to do your paper number 3A, which is your direct taxes. Yes. This is what the paper which has been assigned to me. Yes, we call it as direct taxes, but in all practical sense, it is income tax. Why direct tax, why income tax, what exactly is the subject, everything we'll be discussing as we progress in this journey together. I have been assigned almost about 4 days a week class. You're looking at Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, and if I'm bored, some other day also. Depends on my face, not your face. Yes, so when I feel bored, I'll be there in the class. Foundation students know me better. When I feel like I'm jobless, I don't have anything to do in life, this is where I am. Okay, so that is where you'll find me anywhere. Point is, yes, I have a target deadline. I have to close the subject by 30th April. Now you'll think, Rahul, 4 days a week and still 30th April, you're telling it will take so many hours. Yes, I know Rangesh, I was watching the class myself. Rangesh has already given you some notions about what direct tax looks like. No hard feelings, he's right. He's right. One of the toughest subjects when it comes to our syllabus is what is a subject called as direct taxes. You have about 50 marks worth of subject, but in all practical sense, the subject is as voluminous as 200 marks. So you'll be spending a good amount of time with me, as much as you'll be standing with any one faculty. Yes, so in all this batch, most of the time you'll be seeing my face only. That is how it will be. Yes, it's supposed to be also. I'm known to be the most dynamic faculty here. I'm known to be the student favorite faculty also. So I'm giving my praises, nothing else. Supposed to be. I love to have it that way also. Yeah, I purposely took the most toughest subject because yeah, it's tough for you, not for me. Right. So how to make it easier for you is what my job is. That is what I'll be doing over this course of journey with you. My classes normally will be 10 to 1. May come on Mondays, may come on morning slots also. Most likely will not come on weekends, but again, depends on my availability, depends on my mood and everything. Okay, this is what it will be. You have already been given a background of your 6 subjects. I will be handling paper number 3, which is direct taxes, 50 marks of subject. You have about 30% MCQ coming inside it, which is almost about 15 marks. So you'll be writing 35 marks of theory and 15 marks of MCQs. Yes, this is what it will look like. But yeah, when you see the paper, you'll realize there is nothing called 35 marks there. There is nothing called 15 marks there. It is all as bad as 200 marks. Okay, so that is how it is. But yes, we will work around it. I've already given a glimpse of the things in orientation, but let me repeat it once again. You have the subject for about 1,500 pages in your ICA study material. That is how voluminous the subject is. That is the length of exposure which is required in the subject. But yes, all that exposure, all that storytelling and everything is what I will do in the class. So you don't need it in your materials, and therefore your material which you have in your hand is almost about 190 pages. Yes, you can open the material, feel free to have fun with it. It's a full color coded material designed personally by me. Yes, in all the thoughts which I had when I did my inter and when I did my finals. So I wanted to make sure that I do not give you a material which you itself are not interested about. Okay, if I cannot be interested about the material, there is nothing which is interesting you. So I have personally taken the liberty to prepare the material myself, create all that excitement in the material itself so that you can feel that same excitement which I am doing right now. It's designed with handwritten fonts, it's designed with images, it's designed with colors, it designs with charts, it's designed with everything which a normal student at the age of 17, 18 will think about. All that is there in the material, which means that is a comprehensive material. I don't want anything extra from you on this. Okay, which means no scribbling in my book. Okay, taking pencil out to scribbling left, right, center, there is no gap itself. Check the book, you will find out no margins, no space, no nothing. I've purposely made it so concise enough that you will not be able to find a single space for you to write anything. If there is anything to be written, Rahul will tell you to do that. Yes or no? Yes, you will be given everything from my side. I will spoon feed you the whole subject as it is. I will spoon feed you everything which is required for that material part. But beyond that, I do not expect anyone to write anything. So there are some ground rules which we'll lay in the class for today, which you will start following from the next class. Today's class, don't worry about it. No books, no subject, no nothing we'll be discussing. Today, I will first break the barrier of what you learned in foundation. Okay, so today's class will be all about telling you what you did wrong in foundation and why you are in inter. That's first kandapudipom. We will try to figure out if you're really worth the foundation certificate which you have in your hand right now, or is there something wrong about it. Okay, that is what my first class will always be. Okay, check with your seniors, you will realize. Okay, we'll do that. But before we start that, some ground rules which I want you people to follow. First of all is there on the screen. Don't be late to the class. Yes, the only one person who can be late to the class is. That's all. Okay, I'm also not supposed to be late normally, but yes, I live a little place where Greaves Road and Nungamakam comes in middle, and so it is never on time. You can never find some space to, jump and come from there. So you have to generally be late. I will not be late most of the classes, but some classes, if there is traffic and some other issues which are concerning my family, I may be late. But beyond that, you are not supposed to be late. If for some reason, I know there are people coming from Gumni Pondi and all those places. I don't know how you have the liberty to come here also. Okay, I tried to go there, it doesn't happen. I stopped going after the second day. But anyway, if you're having that much kind of challenges and you're not able to come on time, it's okay. You can be late to the class. I'm not that kind of faculty who will come and say you're late for 5 minutes, so therefore stay outside. You can join the class whenever you feel to. The only request is if you're joining us, we are giving you the luxury to have a Google Meet, which means please log into the Google Meet and don't miss out the first half of the class. Okay, so as soon as the class starts, please be there on the Google Meet so that you can attend the class there also. And the moment you enter the premises, you can come and take the balance in a physical mode also. Yes, online students, no exceptions for you. Bloody, you should be there at 10 o'clock now. You should be there at 10 o'clock here. Okay, online I will sleep till 9:58, then get up at 9:59 and wake up a class. Nothing will happen. You have to be on time. That is what the rule is. Yes, everyone. That does not mean that students who are staying nearby, Mylapore and all those people, you come at your whims and fancies at 11:50 and all, that and all will not be permitted. This is only an exceptional scenario for your far traveling students. Okay, other students, be on time. That is what the request is. Don't come to my class without eating anything. Okay, I know 9:30 you will have a solid class of costing or whatever subject going on. After that, if you're sitting hungry, nothing will happen in this class. Okay, this class will be more challenging for you than any other class will be. Okay, so you'll be asked appropriate questions, you'll be asked appropriate responses, you will be requested to respond. If you have nothing in your stomach, nothing will come out also. Okay, at the same time, don't eat too much heavy also. Kala katale, I want pongal and I want this and I want that and all. I don't want people sleeping in my class. AC kuda nalla sweet ah poitu irukku, cold atmosphere nalla irukku. I don't want people sleeping in my class also. That is also one other challenge. Okay, don't worry. Sleeping part I will take care. Okay, the kind of screaming and all we will be doing, no one will be sleeping for sure. Okay, that is rule number 1. Rule number 2, mobile phones are permitted in my class. Mobile phones are permitted in my class. I know other faculties will come and say not permitted and everything. Mobile phones are permitted in my class only for making reels, nothing else. Okay, you cannot pick up calls in my class. You can make reels, you can take my photos, you can take my reels, whatever you want, you can do all those. Rule is only simple. If you're doing that, you have to tag me later on. Okay, I should know what is going wrong in the market. Don't put something differently also. Okay, tag me, I'll approve. If you're not tagging, it's okay. Whatever wrong thing also you do is okay, as long as you tag me and keep. Okay, later on I can block you, report you, that's a different thing. Okay, but you are permitted to have your mobile phones. Just keep it on silent, please. Please keep it on silent. I don't want people buzzing you around. I know at 10 to 1 o'clock, no Babu Shona is calling you and telling you how you did your life and everything. So I don't have a problem there. Okay, so there is only one person who will be calling at this point of time, which will generally be your parents. Okay, so I'm okay to have your mobile phones outside as long as it is on silent. If you want to pick up a call, you're free to leave and you can do it, and then you can come back after the call is over. Make sense, everyone? Yes. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, I have already told this in orientation, but I'm just repeating it once again. For my class, you will require 3 materials. 2 I have already given to you. Yes, one is your concept guide, the second is a solutions guide. These 2 are what you're going to carry along with you every time we have a class. Third, what you're going to carry with you is a long size ruled notebook. It's a long size ruled notebook. I want a long size ruled notebook, not big and all, no bulky book and all. 100 to 200 pages maximum, enough. Okay, I'm not going to write more than that and all for you. 100 to 200 pages maximum should do for your rules long size book. Please have it ruled, please have it long size. Okay, both almost similar to your ICA pattern, so I want that same pattern to be followed. The other 2 books which you have in your hand, mandatory carry it every class, because you'll be doing sums from the smaller book and you will be doing provisions from the longer book, so both are important for you. Okay. Yes, beyond that you will also be requiring 2 highlighters. One highlighter is for you, the other highlighter is for me. Okay, what do you mean by you and me? One highlighter is for you to mark something which you feel is important but is not marked by me already. Okay, second highlighter is where I'll come and tell you that there are some important things or there are some amendments which you need to keep in mind for that. Okay, that does not mean that the highlighter which is assigned to you, you use it for anything. Okay, it's already a color book, don't make it holy color also. Okay, I don't want any rainbows coming in. Yes, it's already enough color in the book. You do not make more colors. 2-3 words you can highlight it. Don't highlight the page itself off. Okay, everything is important, nothing is important also. Correct? Yes, so have a highlighter, small things which you can highlight, which you think you may have made a mistake and you want to keep in mind next time. Beyond that, don't highlight too many things. That is not the intention. Yes, highlighter colors, Rahul, any mandate? No, generally don't take any dark colors because it will imprint on the back side. Okay, light colors like lime color, yellow color, light blue color, all those things are okay. Don't keep changing highlighters, people. Yes, one day I'll buy red, the next day I'll buy blue, third day I'll buy color, rainbows and all. Very difficult for you to understand, very difficult for me to understand. Okay, one highlighter which you decide today will be crossing your journey till you clear your CA inter syllabus. Make sense? Yes, so you have, what have I told you? One extra book you have to carry, two highlighters you have to carry. Pens, obviously, I need one black pen, one red pen. I need one black pen, one red pen. Black pen because you know you're going to write with that. Red pen is for me. Red pen is for me. I am going to scribble your book. I'm going to tear your book out. Adakaga red pen. Okay, so please carry one red pen, everyone. I will use that pen for my benefits, not for your benefits. You will see the reasons later. Okay, so one red pen everyone has to carry, one black pen you have to carry. And then obviously the biggest sword of a CA is, my subject is all practical subjects, so you need a calculator 100%. Yes, calculators, your decision, what you want. Maintain a same calculator throughout your journey. Okay, one day citizen, the next day calculus, next day Casio, nothing. One calculator you decide, that is what should go till you qualify CA also. Yes, one calculator, if you get comfortable, no, that will become easier for you. You all know that, I don't have to tell you, no pocket calculators, no scientific calculators and all those permitted for exams. So don't get used to those things. Simple, normal 12-digit calculator will do your job. Okay. Yes, what we'll be assigning to you, we'll be assigning a concept book, which I've already shown you. This is your Bible for your income tax, which will have all your practical provisions for your exams. The day before exam, this is the only book you'll be reading for your exam purposes, nothing else. Nothing else. This 198 pages, if you're able to summarize and complete in your time of 1.5 days, which is given to you, you should be easily able to score your rank for your CA inter income tax at least. Indirect tax, that is your responsibility, not my responsibility. Yes, income tax Puerto Rico, 50, you should be able to score a rank. I can promise you that. Only this book is enough for you. Yes, how to read the book, what we should do in the book, we will discuss all those things as we progress towards. Yes, second book which I have given in your hand is a solutions guide. Solutions guide, if you notice, is a small book, small font, purposely made, because this is not the book which you will be carrying for your exams. This is only for your classroom workout. You will be having only questions in this material, nothing else. Nothing else. All solutions will be solved in the class. For all those lazy asses who do not solve the solutions in the class or miss out a class, the answers will also be given to you as a PDF copy. As a PDF copy, you can refer it later. Okay, but in the class we'll be doing all the solutions. So for that, only the questions is there in the book. It's almost about some 185 pages, small side 85 pages. You have about 300-350 questions which we'll be solving in the class together. Now this is what is ICA questions plus some past exam questions. I will also be giving you additional questions to practice. That's a different thing. Okay, these two things will be given. Two more items which I have prepared for this attempt, starting new syllabus, is called as an MCQ guide. MCQ guide is nothing but your 30% MCQs, all ICI questions. I have not put anything extra from my side. That again will be given as a PDF copy to you. But before that PDF is given to you, we will play games. We will play games. Every time a chapter gets over, we will do MCQ test in class itself. Okay, and when I say MCQ test, it will not be like I will give you the PDF, you solve it in front of me. We will do live test. You've seen games and all, no? You will open the live platform, everyone will join on the platform, we will do MCQs together. We will do that. We will do that. I will open an online platform, you will join everyone together and we will do some MCQs. I will also play. Okay, so I will also play, you also play. Don't worry, I don't remember the MCQs, so it is bad for me also. Okay, I will also play. The challenge is very simple. If I am also playing and if someone beats my score, then you get a treat. Okay, if you beat my score, never has happened in life, solid right pay. Yes, anyway, point is three things, MCQ guide, and the fourth thing, which is the new introduction which I have done from May 24, is your cheat sheets. Is your cheat sheets. What is cheat sheet, Rahul? Basically what has happened is the 1500 pages which you had already got summarized into 190 pages. That 190 pages now got summarized into 9 pages. How much? 9 pages. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. It got summarized into 9 pages. Basically what will happen is, out of that 50 marks, almost about 30 marks come from your computation of total income. And that computation of total income, I summarized and made it into 9 pages. It's a basic A4 paper. It's a basic legal size paper. You can print it out, put it in your walls, and you will be able to see everything properly. Okay, so it's almost about 9 sides. Read that 9 sides. Out of 50 marks, 30 marks guaranteed there itself. Okay, so for the balance 20 marks alone, you'll have to use this book, Andamari scenario. I will not give it to you right now. 100% no. Okay, this material will only be shared to you by the end of the batch. okay, so that you can refer it later stages. Right now nothing will be given from this material because I know young blood, no, I don't want itself. Okay, so we will refer the cheat sheets only at the end of the batch. So 4 materials I will give from my side, balance 1 material you will carry from your side for doing your solutions. Make sense, everyone? Hello? Keep that in mind. Last 2 things, yes, you are free to wear anything. I have no compulsions, I have no restrictions. Anyone can wear anything, and when I say anyone, I mean anyone. Okay, as long as you are comfortable with the dress and other is comfortable seeing your dress, I am happy to go. Okay, I'm talking about this side to that side and that side to this side, both sides. Okay, you can feel free to wear whatever you want. I have no restrictions. As long as Hari sir approves it, I am approving it. Okay, so you can come with whatever dress you want. Yes, don't wear stinky dresses and all. It should not smell. That's all is my request. Okay, as long as it is not smelling, I'm happy with any kind of dress you wear. As long as you can feel comfortable wearing the dress, I'm completely fine. Yes, don't wear something which is very complicated enough that you're not able to sit in the press one single time. That will become a challenge for you rather than it will be for me. Yes, so sit in the class, do anything you want. Second and the most important rule from my side, be open, people. Yes, I think Rangesh has also told you this, but I'm also clarifying it once again. Please feel free to be open to me. You are here to study for yourself, not for me. Yes, I'm here to guide you on the process, but at the end of the day, this is your exams, this is your syllabus, this is your attempt. Yes, if you have a doubt, if you have a challenge, if you have a query, that is your responsibility to come forth and ask. I will try to solve whatever I can based on my past experiences. But yes, it's an evolving mind. You have different kinds of queries and doubts. So you will have some questions which you want to ask to me. Feel free to interrupt the class and ask it then and there. This is equally applicable for online students as well. Do not hesitate to do it. I told this in orientation also. If you think that your doubt is stupid, first of all, you are stupid. Yes. Your doubts can never be stupid, because if it is not helping you answer your syllabus, then you are the first stupid who's going to fail. Okay, so don't be the stupid to yourself, first of all, is a request. Yes, yes. So please feel free to ask your doubts. If you want me to repeat it 100 times also, I will repeat it. That's not a problem. It is my target to complete by 30th April, so I will do it however I can. Okay, that does not stop you from doing your doubts. At the end of 30th April, you should be comfortable saying, Rahul, I know every single thing you thought about it. I don't have any concerns. If that is the kind of promise you can make to me, that is what the request would be. Yes, so please feel free to have any kind of doubts. And don't worry, doubts will automatically come, because this class is going to be a one-way communication. Not one way because Rahul is going to teach. It's going to be one way because you are going to tell me things. I'm only going to write. Okay, I'm not the faculty who's going to teach you anything. And the faculty is going to facilitate everything, which means all questions will be put forth to you, even though you don't know the syllabus. Okay, you will learn the syllabus yourself, and then you will tell me what is the syllabus about. Okay, I will pose the right questions to you. I'll give you right examples. You will have to come and tell me what exactly did the person think when he made the law. And then I will tell you what is the right answer. Yes, so it's going to be a one-way communication, more from your side. I have a rule very simple. This pen does not get picked up unless and until I get an answer. Okay, if I don't get an answer, I will sit silent. I have no problem. I'm being paid by the hour, so Hari sir is making the loss. I am not making the loss. The more hours for me, the more money for me. So I am happy to go. Yes, I have no problems. As long as you people don't respond back to me, I will not take up the pen. I will not write anything on the material. Makes sense? Yes, you will know why and how starting today itself. Starting today itself, you will know what am I talking about. Intention is very simple, people. At the end of the day, today I may be able to tell you things and let you clear your exam. But the moment you clear your CA inter, you will enter CA articleship, and then you'll do CA final. Post the CA final, no one is going to teach you direct tax. It will become your responsibility to learn it yourself. Yes, start the practice today itself. Start the practice today itself. I'm not telling you, Rahul, quit classes and do it yourself. I will do it in the class, but I will tell you and teach you how to think things before you attempt a topic. Yes or no? Yes, so that is the kind of intention I want. I want you people to become ready for the market, so that tomorrow, even if I am not there or you're reading it on your own, you're able to understand how to approach a subject and how to read it yourself. Okay? Yes, so it's going to be a one-way communication, more from your side rather than my side. Make sense? Yes. Anything else given? Yes. Don't disturb the class. Yeah, I don't have to tell you people. 16, 17 years old. Who's the youngest here? General question. If you think you are the youngest, don't worry. Anyone youngest? 16? 16? 17? Okay. Who's the eldest one here? Experienced, except for Rahul. Rahul is 26. Anyone elder than 26? No? No? Okay. We have to go down. No? Hey, tell. No. 21. 21. More than 21? Less than 21? 21. Okay. Anyone more than 21? 23. Not bad. Okay, first batch at least for me, where I have not seen a person elder to me. Normally I see a person who's always elder to me, and it becomes very weird when he calls me sir. Yes. That is why the last rule in my class, I do not encourage anyone calling me sir. Okay, that's something which you did in your classes. That's something which you did in your school times and everything. That kind of respect is not required for me. At the end of the day, I told you the intention is very simple. If you're joining this class, you're already a CA. Yes, and when you already become a CA, you are as good as I am, or I am as good as you are. Either way you call it. Yes, so we are almost colleagues right now. And in a colleague atmosphere, in a professional atmosphere, sirs are not required. We generally use call by names. We generally call by names, but I know that will be a little weird for you to do. So bhaiya, Anna, everything works. Okay, all Indians are my brothers, sisters, ex-affairs, family, colleagues, whatever it is. Yes, bhaiya and Anna works for me. Sirs, generally I will not respond. I will ignore the conversation there itself. That is what my practice is. I don't like being calling those things and all. Mind the respect and the porom. Varthala respect ayavella enakku. Yes, so that is what the intention is. Keep that thing in mind. It will be helpful for both you and me also. Okay? சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் பண்றீங்க பாத்தீங்க இதாண்டா. Anyway, yes, last final commitment from my side before I start the class is that I've already given this in orientation, but I'll give it to you once again. My classes are generally very exciting in the sense that I am not the kind of person who likes to teach you technical things. I'm the kind of person who likes to link it to practical life, and therefore I will kind of give you things which may be understandable at your level, maybe a little beyond your level, maybe a little double meaning also. Everything will happen in my class. I will make it as exciting as possible for you, because at the end of the day you need to remember things practically also. So we will do all those things. What is communicated here stays here. It does not go outside anywhere else. Yes, to your colleagues in another academy, to your parents in your home, or to any other people for that matter, this stays completely between us. This does not even go to the IC exam paper. Make that in mind. Yes, when I come and tell you in the class that a poor is not paying tax, don't go and write in the exam, since you are poor you will not pay tax. There are reasonings behind it. Like I told, we will learn it the simpler way in class. We will put it as complex as possible to the outside market. Yes, so what we discuss in the class today will be as simple as possible, but what you present to the outside atmosphere will be as complex as possible. Okay, so what stays, what gets communicated between us stays between us, does not go outside. Can I get that commitment from everyone? Yes, my secrets stay with me. It is only for you to share with me, no one else. Don't share it with anyone else, even your friends outside. No, Rahul, maybe that person did not learn properly. Go, let him fail. It's his mistake. Okay, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the lesser the competition, the more the pass percentage for you. Yes, ICA is not going to change the 9. ICA is going to keep it at 9% only. It is your responsibility that the other people should not fall in the 9. You should first fall in the 9. They say it in flights and all, no? In case of air pressure, what you should do? First put the mask on your head, then only look for others. Yes, so first save yourself, then we'll figure out other people. It's okay. Let them fail 1 or 2 attempts and then you help them. That's a different story. Yes, let them not be a part of your same attempt, because then it becomes a problem for you. I know, Rahul, what are you talking so wrong and all, this is unethical, this is, it's okay. It's okay. Everything is fair in love, war and CA. Everything is fair in love, war and CA. At the end of the day, you need to clear your attempt. Yes, when you clear your attempt is when you can become guidance for everyone else. Yes, if they clear before you, then you are not the guiding person for them. Yes or no? Yes, you have some friends of your foundation, unfortunately could not clear. Now what will happen? Now you will go back to them and come and say, hey, foundation and all was easy, inter only if you come and read, you will understand what the challenge is. Exactly 1 week before you were also in foundation only. Yes or no? That time everything was difficult for you. That time you were also not sure whether you will clear or not. Yes, that is how it is. That is how it is. When you clear an attempt, you automatically become more superior. You think this is far worse than what that is. Yes, that is how it is. No, now those people will be looking forward to you. Those people will come and tell me, oh, in the vati nee padakkumode, what and all important topics did you read so that you cleared? You also know you did not study anything. Anna, you will give them guidance like you know everything. Now you will come and say, see, so when I did my accounts, no, I ignored partnership accounts, I ignored this accounts, I ignored that accounts. Those and all will not come so much for exam. These balance topics and all you read, no, 100% or 60 marks you will get and you will pass. Same like me, first attempt you will pass and everything and you will go forward. Unukku theriyuma? Did the faculty come and approve it? Neenga பாட்டுக்கு பேசிட்டு இருக்கீங்களா? அதே மாதிரி தான். It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. Interku அப்படி தான் போகும். Interview அப்படி தான் போகும். You have to go and tell your other friends in another academy, yes, these topics I didn't read, that topics also I didn't read, I am only going to fail. But then when you go to the exam, you should get a rank, and then you should come and say, I think the examiner corrected wrong paper. I don't know how I got that rank. Some mistake, I'm very sure that I'm not eligible for rank, but somehow I got. And ஒரு mindset வச்சுக்கோங்க. Yes, people should not trust you until you clear. People should only start trusting you after you clear. And the mindset vechikkonga. Yes, that is important for you. Make sense? Yes. Final thing before I start the class. I'm well versed in Hindi, English and Tamil. Classes will only go in English. Tamil and Hindi will come when I have to put out a joke or when I have to tell something which is not supposed to be recorded. Okay. And the case la mattum and the rental language will be used. In case you did not understand what I said, forget it off. It is not relevant to the syllabus. Okay. Rahul repeated once again in my local language and all will not happen. Okay, a joke is once said is always completed there itself. Don't come and repeat the jokes and all, it loses the fun of it. Don't come and worry about that you didn't understand anything. If I have told you something which you did not understand, that is only because it is not relevant for syllabus. Seriya? Hey, but this does not apply for English. If I tell something in English and you did not understand, that means that is a subject which you did not understand. Adu mattum kettirukonga. Okay? Yes, adu mattum nyabagam vechukonga. Clear? Yes, we are almost at about 10:45. We have about 2.5 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes. Yes, today's class will not be about the subject at all. We are going to first unlearn what you did in foundation and then come back to inter. Yes, so what my paper looks like is paper number, yeah, it's not 4A anymore, it's 3A. 4A was in old syllabus, it is 3A now. We are looking at a paper called as paper number 3A, which is income tax loss. Yes, I know you might have heard a subject called as direct taxes. I know you might have heard a subject called as direct taxes. Now in inter, what happens is direct tax is only one act, which is income tax. Yes, when you come to finals, you will have direct tax having multiple other laws also. Finals is something different. We will discuss when it comes to finals. In inter, you only have one law, which is called as income tax laws. Yes. Now, what is income tax laws? What is the subject? We will do in 4th class. Till 3 classes, no subject is going to happen. So for 3 subjects, we are first going to figure out what exactly is this subject. What exactly is this subject? I always start with this one simple thing where I come and say, let's start from back. Let's start from back. So we're reading 3 words. Income. First 2 words is what you are going to learn in inter, but I'm assuming last word is what you learned in. Help me out. Simple English, as much as a local person will understand. What is a law? No definitions. I don't want any Chatur Ramalingams in this office. I only want Funso Kangudus. Yes, 3 idiots, Tamil and Anbana, whatever it is. Yes, I want Amir Khan level people. I don't want any random idiotic peoples. No definitions. Simple English. If you can put it in simple English, great. If you cannot put it in simple English, with an example will do for me. Okay, what is a law? Rules and? That's all. Full stop. Rules and regulations. Something that has to be abided by. Who? We. Everybody. Whoever it applies to. Okay. I'm going to ask the same question which I asked in orientation. Okay. That was for your parents, but I'm going to repeat that question once again. Your parents have put a rule on you saying that on every Saturday, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're not supposed to cut your hair, you're not supposed to cut your nails. Today only I got to learn, my parents is coming and saying Tuesday, Thursdays, you're not supposed to put perfume also, it seems. I'm like, ma, first day class, ma, perfume ache potu povela. No, don't put perfume. I'm like, okay, fine. Yes. Question is, your parents have come and told you that Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, you're not supposed to cut your hair, cut your nails and put perfumes. Simple, straightforward question. Is it a law? Bye. She told me it's a rules and regulations. Your parent have put a rule saying that you should not cut it. Is it a rule? It's a rule. Is it a regulation? Yes. You don't, sure. You have good parents, I guess. Huh? What do you want as a consequence? If they cut your hair, you should go to jail, is it? What is the consequence you want? What are you looking forward to? You want to be executed or hanged to death? Okay, tomorrow Modi Sarkar comes on the stage and comes and says, Inimala Tuesday, Thursdays, you should not cut your hair. If you cut your hair, I will hang you to death immediately. Is it a law now? No. Why? See, technically your parents were coming and telling me that day, if you cut your hair, then the hair falls on the legs of the gods and everything. So it's kind of very unhealthy and unhygienic apparently. So it's harming the god, no? See, you gave me a definition, I'm going to try to work around it. You told me it's something which is to be abided. Yes, my question is, your parents have come and told you should not do it. Are you going to abide, not abide? Or you're the rebel kind child which will come and say, nee enna vena pesiko na avanu paaka podadilla andha mari. Will you abide? Is it a law then? It's not legally enforceable. Okay. If it's legally enforceable only, it's a law. Is that a mandate? Is that a mandate? I'll give you a question. Let's say, for example, you live in a village. Anyone here from a village area? Like, not right now, born and brought up in a village kind of area. Villages? Any name which I can understand? I can replicate once again. Day. Replicate panna mudiyo sonna. Seri utru. I used to think Tamil names are easier. Hindi names are far better. Yes, in Hindi and all we have Bivandi, simple name. At least you can understand and remember things. Yes, anyway, I'll give you a simple example. Let's assume an example that you are born and brought up in a village area called as Bivandi. Yes, in that Bivandi you have generally something called as Gram Panchayat. Yes, now what has happened is Gram Panchayat has come and said that any people who get married here should generally not have a child until 25. Should generally not have a child until 25. Panchayat rules applies to the village. Is it a rule? Yes. Is it something you have to abide to? You were exciting or you were excited and so you had a child at 22. You had a child at 22. Legally enforceable? Can Panchayat do something against it? What? Don't tell me wrong things. Think very carefully before you answer that question. What can the Panchayat do? Go out? Okay. Okay. They'll tell you to go out of the village just because you had a child. Yes. Is it legally enforceable? Is it legally enforceable? No? No, right? Technically, no. There's nothing which you can do. It's a gift from the god apparently, and no efforts came from your side for that reason. My question is it a law? No. Sure. Panchayat is coming and saying no. It's not applicable for everybody. Okay. Give me an interesting question. You remember there is this two acts. One is called as Hindu Succession Act. One is called as Muslim Act. Hindu Succession Act comes and says that when you are already married to a female, you cannot marry another person. Muslim Succession Act comes and says that if you are married to one female, you are permitted to marry 3 more. Yes. Any Muslims here? You are permitted to have 4 wives, no? He didn't even have to think about it. Spontaneous answer. That is applicable to him. Now, can I come and say that no, Muslim, first of all, question, Muslim Act is applicable is a law? Can I come and say that no, Muslim Act is a law, which means I can also use it and I want to marry 4? I am not going to do that person. But, yes, my question is, can Rahul use it now? But you told law means it should be applicable to everyone. So Panchayat is applicable to that village.
It's not legally enforced.
Why? Who told you it's not legally enforced? Panchayat also told you if you don't follow. It's mandated to be written, is it? Where is it written saying that if it's a red light, you cannot cross? Irka. Pachiyani. You understand where I'm getting at? You understand where I'm getting at? My question is very simple. There's one mistake which you people have been making. I asked you a very simple question. I asked you a question whether it is a law. I did not ask you whether it's a legal law. What is the difference? What is the difference? I told you and I asked you a very simple question. The facts which I'm giving to you are those laws. And every time you're giving me an answer, you're telling me yes or no, not the basis whether it's a law. You're giving me an answer basis whether it is legal or not. Did I ask you? Did I ask you? No, I did not ask you. What did I ask you? I asked you whether it's a law. Simple question. I'm going to repeat my questions once again. Think about it once again very carefully and tell me, Rahul, whether it's a law or not. Your parents are coming and telling you that you should not cut your hairs on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. Is it a law? Anyone who still thinks it's no? No? Now you think it's right? On a red signal, you're supposed to stop. Is it a law? Panchayat comes and says you cannot marry before 25. Is it a law? You have a movie with your friend. Friend comes and says movie starts at 5:15. I want you at this place at 5 o'clock. Is it a law? Is it a law? No, why? Why? It's just a obligation. What is the difference?
Sir, it is not set by the government.
Why should it be? When your parents came and told you that you should not cut your hair, was it set by government? Just because your mom is the home minister, andamari pogum. Why should it be authorized? You're again stuck in the same question. My question is it a law? My question is not whether it's a legal law. Think about it carefully and tell me. Is it a law? You think no? Still think no? Still think no? I'll give you an example. Let's assume that you have this Tirupati. Yes, in Tirupati they come and say that if you're taking the 300 rupees special darshan, the darshan starts at 10 a.m. I think. Yes. Now you come and say no. Who are you to come and say this is an obligation? I want the darshan to start at 9:30. Can you do? Why? It's an obligation, no? Where is the law? You go stand in front of the God and come and say 9:30 you should wake up for me and I should do puja for you. You're following it, right? Then it's a law, no? What is so special about Tirupati and not so special about your friend? Except for the fact that it's your friend. Does it change the substance? Or is the substance changing because the person is more important? Is laws decided for a person specific or is the laws decided for, do you decide a law basis the authority of a person or do you decide laws basis some rules and regulations? Rules and regulations, which means a friend coming and telling that yes, you should be here at 5 o'clock is as good as a rule. You're supposed to follow. You don't follow, that's a different story. He cannot kill you for that, that's a different story. But that does not mean that it's not a law. Which is where my next question comes. Will a law be called as a law only when there is a repercussion to it? Will a law be called as law only when there is a penalty, provision or any kind of jails or hang to death case only? Or can it be a law straightforward also? It can be law straightforward also. Yes, there are two biggest mistakes which any person makes in the market right now. Mistake number one, they come and say, Rahul, it's a law only when it is legal. Mistake number two, they come and say, Rahul, it's a law only when there is a downside to it. Meaning if you don't follow, then something wrong will happen. Yes or no? Yes or no? Think about this very logically. Some parents and all you have, superstitious parents. Superstitious and all parents, they will come and say, if you don't do this, the God will take you to hell and fry you on the pan. Yes, you'll be fried in the pan, you'll be put before devils, you'll be put before wolves, they will eat you alive. What and all have you heard? Next birth, you will be born as a cow, dog, snake. Now my question is, your parents are coming and telling that there is something like this. And if you don't do it, next birth, you will be born as a cow. Will you be happy to be born as a cow? Yes, sir. Looks like a repercussion. In that case, will your parents coming and saying that it's a law? It's a law. Yes, your friend can also come and say no. Your friends can come and say that today you have to meet me at 5 o'clock. If you don't meet me at 5 o'clock, for the next 1 week, I will not talk to you. This will generally happen between two different gender friends. But yeah, you understand. Right? Now only Valentine's Day went over, no? If today I don't get a gift, then next 1 week, no happiness for you. Andamari poidum. Yes. Now there is a repercussion also. Now tell me, is it a law? Yes. Yes. Point is very simple. Take away the understanding that a law is something which is legally enforceable. Take away the thought that a law is something which has a downside to it. A law is as simple as having a rule and a regulation. A law is as simple as having a rule and a regulation. It is nowhere given that a law should be written. It is nowhere given that a law should be said. It is enough that it is a practice also. People are practicing saying Tuesdays and Thursdays you should not cut your hair. Is it a practice? Yes. Is it written somewhere? No. Is it to be followed? Yes. Which means, is it a law? Yes, it is. Yes, it is a law. Yes. Yes. Going forward, whenever I ask you a question, analyze the question very carefully. Analyze the question very carefully. I am being very specific about my questions. I am not asking you whether it's a legal law. My question is very simple. Is it a? Get my facts? Yes. Now I'll give you the Oxford Dictionary. Now see and tell me whether it makes sense to you. It says, the principles and regulations established in a community. The principles and regulations, what we spoke about, established in a community. Now community can mean anything. It can mean India, it can mean earth, it can also mean your home, or it can mean a panchayat also. It can be as small as your friendship circle also. Possible, not possible? By some authority. By? Now here is where the problem is. You come and say, Rahul, authority means someone who is having power. Not required. Your friend has a power over you. Irka illiya. Solitarna panni dhaan aagano. Vera vali illiye. Naalik movie miss aiche nana panva. Will you go and kill your friend? No. But you will do it. Not killing your friend, join on time. Correct? No. Correct. Authority does not define to be an authority which is a law authority. It can mean any authority. For your home, there is only one home minister, which is your mom. Soltaangna panni dhaan aagano. Vera vali illa. Yes. Ange irukkumbodhu prime minister also cannot do much. The home minister da vaalthu polom. Yes, so she tells something that has to be followed. That is no second thoughts about it. Even the prime minister will sit silent that day. Yes, that is why he did not marry yet. That's a different story. But anyway, and applicable to its people. Yes, applicable to its. It applies to me. Muslim Act applies to Muslims. It does not apply to Hindu. So therefore, it is not a law for Hindu, but it is a law for Muslims. Make sense? Yes. Whether in the form of a legislation, whether it is legally brought out, or is it a custom? General practice is also good enough. It's a custom or policies recognized and enforced by judicial decision. Recognized and enforced by judicial decision. Now here is where people will come and say, Rahul, recognized and enforced by judicial decision, it should be a law only. For your family, your mother has recognized it and she has enforced it. She is the judicial body of the house. Perfectly law. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. I am not asking you whether income tax laws is made by parents. I am asking you whether a law is made by parent. Answer is yes. Answer is yes. Makes sense now? Everyone. Yes. Yes. Any doubts? Something about foundation went wrong. Yes. Yes. Let's break it even more. Let's break it even more. My question is, Rahul, why laws? Sorry, law ketta. What? Why do you want laws? Why do you want laws? Illa mein wale agada. Why do you want laws? What is so special about laws? To discipline. Ore mari pono ellarum. They say no, a sheep in the herd is as good as dead only. What is your problem in that? What are we, factory machines? Huh? It's good to be unique, no? What is wrong in being unique? Sorry? Equal rights. Okay, that's where debate poidom. I don't think generally laws are made for equal rights, because if that was the case, then maternity leave would not be 6 months and paternity leave would be only for 1 week. Okay, that's there is nothing equal about it. Do you guys know what is maternity and paternity? When mother gives birth to a child, she gets 6 months of free leave. When father is supporting in the child, he gets only 1 week of free leave. What is the equality in this? There is no equal rights, at least to my understanding. Is it right or wrong is not the debate. I'm not going to get into it. That's not my job to get into it also. For me, it is right. For me, what they're doing is right. That's a different discussion altogether. Point is it equal? No. What is so special about laws then? Why are you doing laws? Okay, just a disclaimer. Just because you give me an answer and I tell you it's wrong does not mean it's wrong. Okay, that's my job to make sure that you feel it is wrong. At the end of the day, what you have told is right also, sometimes, not always, sometimes. Okay, so don't feel worried about it. Give answers. I will give you counter actions and then we will discuss that what you said is only right. Okay. Yes, why do you think loss? Mistakes will happen, like mud. அந்த லெவலுக்கு போயிட்டீங்களா? Okay, answer me this. I'm having a law. The law generally comes and says you're not supposed to take the life of someone. The same law also comes and says if a police officer does it, it's not a problem. The same law also comes and says that if you're taking a life of someone on self-defense, it is not a problem. Which means you're still killing people. You said law is created so that you don't kill people. Now in the other two exceptions, I am killing people. Which means that is not a law. Or is that still a law? Exception. Law ku poitar. Proviso, explanations, subsection, section, ellame varum. Think. What she said initially itself is right. Law, yes, is created for creating a discipline. Law initially itself created is for creating a discipline. Now, I'm not saying discipline meaning to make sure that everyone follows the same thing. Discipline in the sense that there is a certain practice which everyone appreciates and wants to follow as it is, and they want to keep it in line. Yes, it does not have to be equal. It does not have to be logical. It just has to be followed. And that's what a law helps you do it. Yes, today if you come and ask your parents, government is asking 30% income tax, are you happy to pay? Will they say yes? They're still paying it, no? Is it supposed to be equal? Is it supposed to be logical? But they're still doing it. Why? Because it is to be followed. It is having some other intentions behind it, and therefore it is being done. Yes or no? Yes. So a law helps you create a discipline, a certain amount of discipline which everyone at the end of the day has to follow if it is applicable to them. It need not be equal, it need not be logical also. It just has to be followed. Makes sense? Makes sense. Hello? Yes. The real question is now, Rahul, you know what is a law? You know why a law? My question is, what is the role of a CA in the law? My question is, what is the role of a CA in a law? I'll ask you a simple question. Today, government is coming and saying everyone who's earning income should pay 30% tax. Is tax only paid by BComs? Is tax only paid by BCom? Is tax only paid by CA? Is tax also paid by engineers? Engineer is learning income tax law. Why? He is not paying tax, is it? He is paying, no? He is paying the same tax which you are going to pay. If you also earn 1 lakh, he will also earn 1 lakh. They both will pay the same tax. Yes or no? Yes or no? Appa, why are you taking so much efforts and learning law and he is not taking efforts and not learning anything? What is so special about a CA and a law? He does? What are you doing then? Why are you not doing that something else? You are supposed to be doing laws. Last I checked, you are supposed to be doing accounts and audit. You're not supposed to be doing laws. Sorry? You know how to reduce tax? Not yet. What do you mean by reducing tax, by the way? It's an interesting thing. You heard by me in foundation. Answer yourself a simple question. What exactly is the role of a CA? My question is very simple. Anyone BComs? You have learned the same thing in income tax. You have income tax in BCom also. You have it there also. Yes. But still, tomorrow, when someone wants to file an return and someone wants to pay taxes, they will never approach a BCom. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're authorized to sign a balance sheet. You're authorized to audit a balance sheet. You're not authorized to sign an income tax return. Income tax return is done by me only. CA has no role to play in income tax. Last I checked, at least. Yes. Yes. My question is very simple. Tomorrow you have to file an income tax return. Tomorrow you have to file a income tax return. A BCom can also do it, authorized. A CA can also do it, authorized. An engineer can also do it, authorized. Do you go and approach an engineer? Do you go and approach an BCom? Why? BCom also knows income tax, no? What is so special about a CA in this? He learned different income taxes, or he learned the same income tax. He learned the. But what is so special about you people that you are getting so much privileges? Same law only, no? It's applying to different people, is it? Yes, I heard someone coming and saying reducing taxes. Yes. One of the subject which I am handling helps me reduce taxes, but obviously not every law is for reducing taxes. Companies Act is not for reducing taxes, obviously. Companies Act is for some other reasons. My question is very simple. When she said the word reducing taxes, does she mean legally or illegally? How do you reduce taxes legally? The same engineer also knows the same taxes only. How is that you're going to reduce taxes legally? If you are having a tax, that is the tax. What is reducing taxes legally? I know you can reduce taxes illegally. That is possible. You come and say, I did not even earn that income, so therefore no tax. What is reducing taxes legally? கம்மியா இருக்கு salary கம்மியா இருக்கு அதனால குத்துருங்க. That is why you'll go to income tax and come and say give it to me. அதான் give it to me na benefit ஆ குத்துரு. Okay, question. The same medical emergency can happen to engineer also. அவனுக்கு தராது, உனக்கு மட்டும் தரும், ரெண்டு பேருக்கும் தரும். நீ லாஜிக்கலா பேசுற எனக்கு புரியுதா, நான் இன்கம் டேக்ஸ் தர மாட்டாங்க. நான் சொல்றேன் இன்கம் டேக்ஸ்ல அந்த பாலிசியே இல்லை. நீ அங்க போய் கெஞ்சிட்டு யூ கமெண்ட் சே சார் எனக்கு இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் அதிகமா எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ் ஆச்சு, கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்ட் ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஐபோன் கேட்டாங்க அதனால குத்துருங்கன்னா கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க, கண்டிப்பா கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. சிஏக்கு நான் சிஏ பத்தி பேசுறேன், அது ஓகே. நான் சிஏ பத்தி பேசுறேன், சிஏக்கு எனக்கு என்ன சம்பந்தம்? We know that if you are telling me that there are some exceptional scenarios because of which the tax can be reduced, that's something which everyone will know, even engineer will know. How is that you are reducing taxes legally then? That's reducing taxes, simple. I am asking you a question, how are you reducing taxes legally? How do you think a CA is reducing taxes legally? I don't understand. That's like, you know, weird. You're reducing taxes also but legally also. Adi eppadi? That's already given in the law. Engineer can also Google and find it out. Today's world, Google can do everything for you. Appo what is so special about CAs here? Professional. Okay, title potta vera. I have a CA logo to me behind. Pinadi illa, but anyway. We are thinking to design something here. Appiye theriyano. But anyway. What is so special about having a logo? That gives you superpowers. எனக்கு நாளைக்கு ராகுல் பின்னாடி சிஏ போட்டானா he can reduce tax payable from 1 crore to 0 also. அப்படி இல்லைல்ல. ட்ரஸ்ட் ட்ரஸ்ட் எல்லாம் பேசுதான். ஆமாம், trust me, tell me what are you trusting me with? They won't do wrong. Oh wow. Okay. I'll give you a story. How many of you have heard about this very famous thing called Satyam scam? Ketirkingla? Yes, I don't remember the owner's name. What is his name? Some Tamil name, very big name it was. Anyway, Satyam scam. The scam was somewhere about 4,000-5,000 crores. Okay, where Satyam, the owner of Satyam, came and falsified accounts and came and said that, you know what, I have so many employees, I have so much income, I have so much expenses and everything, and he took 4,000 crores out of the company. Who certified all this? You know what happened after the scam came out? After the scam came out, Satyam was, owner of Satyam was put in jail for 10-15 years. CA was put in jail for lifetime imprisonment. What trust do you have?
If he does wrong, then he'll have to.
If owner also does wrong, he also went to jail, no? ரெண்டு பேரும் ஜெயில் போனாங்க. இவன் அதிகமாக போனா அவன் கம்மியாக போனான், அவ்வளோதான். அதுக்காக ஜெயிலா குச்சிரும். The same thing, no? Yes. Understand my question very simply. Can you reduce taxes, first of all? Simple, straightforward question. Can you reduce taxes? No? அப்போ எதுக்கு படிக்கிறீங்க? Can you reduce taxes? Yes. Two ways to do it. Two ways to do it. Law itself comes and permits, therefore you do it. That is the most legal way. That is the most. Second is law is coming and saying don't do it, but you still do it. That is. Which one are you? You are not both. Trust me, you are not both. I'll tell you why. If you are reducing taxes where government is telling not to do it, but you're still doing it, you are illegally doing it. Can a CA do things illegally? Oh, okay, let me rephrase my question. Should CA supposedly do something illegally? No. So that is not you. First case I came and told you, you should reduce your taxes. Government is telling you to reduce it this way, therefore you're doing it. Do you need CA for that? Google can also do it for you. Yes or no? But what is the thing which you are doing? You are reducing taxes. Government is telling you to do it, you are not doing that. Government is telling you not to do it, you are not doing it. Appa, what are you doing? You're doing illegal things, sir. Adi eppadi? Adi eppadi? I did not teach you illegal things and all. Hey, tappana YouTube vera poitu irukku. People on YouTube, Rahul did not say anyone to do something illegally. No. Read my question once again. Read my question once again. I am telling you, you want to reduce taxes. Government is telling you one way to do reduce taxes. I am not doing that. Government is telling you one way not to reduce taxes. I am not doing that also. Appa, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You are doing something which government did not tell itself. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. I used 4 sentences when I did foundation. I know people of foundation know this already. I'm putting it once again in inter. There are 4 ways to do things in life. There are 4 ways to do things in life. The right thing in the right way. Wrong thing in the wrong way. Right thing in wrong way. Wrong thing in. I'm going to write it down just so if you understand. We have the right thing in the right way. Right thing in wrong way. Wrong thing in right way. Wrong thing in wrong way. Think about it very carefully. Yes, this is the way, this is the thing. I am telling you, government is telling you not to do it. Government is telling you not to do it and you're still doing it. That is illegal. Clean cut illegal, which means you're doing. Is CA is this? No. Government is telling you do this. Government is telling you do this and you're doing it. Are you a CA for this? Because Google can also do it. Google can also do it, which means there is something which government is not telling you. There is something which government is not telling you. Understand? No, government told you, therefore you did it. Government told you not to do it, therefore you did it. In both the cases, government told you something. There can also be scenarios where government did not tell you something. Possible. Possible. That is where we come. That is where we come. In English terms, we call this as loopholes. Tricking law. What is loopholes? That's a loophole. What is loopholes? To do? No, it's not. Loopholes is basically those things where there is an interpretational issue. There is an interpretational issue where government has something not clarified. Government has still not clarified something and you are finding a different meaning to it. You're finding a different meaning to it. I'll give you a very, very stupid example, but just to clarify, you might have seen this joke in Instagram. When they say yeah, it means yes. When they say no, it means no. Hey. No means no. Female or no, kekla nanu. If I say yeah, no, it means no. If I say yeah, it means yes. But if I say yeah, it means no. Think about it logically. You've tried all this in your WhatsApps. Ellame try pannirukeenga. Tell me if I am wrong. I am not. Understand, no, what has happened? No one has ever defined what is yeah. But a common understanding is if it is used like that, it means it is no. Although you have used 3 yes and it has become. Is this defined somewhere? You made an interpretation to it. You made an interpretation to it. And here is where all males had a problem. I'm very clearly telling you. Here is where all males had a problem, because whenever you saw this message called yeah, you were thinking yes. And then a fight starts. They're like, you did not understand me this much also in my life. Like, day. நான் படிச்சது CA. Yesனா yes தான். இதுல 3 yes போட்டா no வந்துரும்னு யாருக்கு தெரியும்? Yes or no? What did she do now? What did she do now? She took something which was not defined and interpreted in her own ways and expected that you also interpret in the same. That is the role of a CA. Females are the best CAs I have ever known. Solid and straight up. No doubts about it. Best CAs I have ever known, because they know what is not to be known also. Yes. You can find one emoji on WhatsApp. Yes. You may think that if you type that emoji on Google, Google will come and tell you one answer. And you'll think that is what the answer is. But then suddenly when she is sending that emoji, the meaning is different. And then you ask why the meaning is different, because it looks cute that way it seems. Okay. உனக்கு cute போடுறதுக்கு தான் emoji கொடுத்திருக்காங்கல. Yes or no? Yes. My point is very simple. Now you have two ways. You have the right thing in the wrong way. You have the wrong thing in the. Which one is right? Which one is right? Both are not right. Think about it logically. If you're doing the right thing but in the wrong way, if you're doing the right thing in the wrong way, you're nothing but a freedom fighter. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Whom am I talking about? I'm talking about all this Subhash Chandra Bose and all those people. They wanted freedom, which is the right thing, but they killed people for it, which is the. Are you a freedom fighter? Want to be a freedom fighter? No. Which means you are not this also. The only person you are is. You are the person who's doing the wrong thing in the right way. How will you do that? How will you do that? You know it is wrong, but it is right also, because it was never informed to be wrong. It was never informed to be wrong. Yes or no? Yes. I'll give you an example. The first law which was created in the world was created in UK. The first law which was created in the world was created in UK. The law was about headlight. Headlight in the sense that time only electricity had got introduced, and night light became a huge problem, that people were driving were not able to see each other, and therefore accidents were happening. So therefore they introduced a law where they came and said, going forward, whenever someone takes out their cycle, that time on cycle only had come, motorcycle and all had come, cycle only had come. So going forward, whenever you take out your cycle, you should also have a headlight to it. You should also have a headlight to it. Intention is very simple. What? You wanted people to display the headlight so that you can see each other. Adana intention. Was it given anywhere? No. What did I say? What did I say? If you have a cycle, you should have a headlight. Full stop. Is something wrong about the section lines? Is there something wrong about the line? Is there something wrong about the line? No. Makes very sense. Makes clean sense. If you have a cycle, you should have a headlight. Is there anything wrong about this? No. Now this is what a normal person will say. You are CS. You are CS. Law came, they came and said, if you have a cycle, you should have a headlight. People did what? People took a cycle. People bought a headlight, kept it in a box, put it on the back, and they're walking. And there, police officer came and said, sir, you have violated the law. Pay penalty. He said, sir, where is the violation? He said, no, if you have a cycle, you should have a headlight. I said, yes, sir, cycle, headlight. What is the mistake? Is there a mistake? Hey, is there a mistake? No, there is no mistake. There is no mistake. Am I being penalized? Will I be penalized? No. Why will I be penalized? Did I do something wrong? No. If you had an intention, you should have put it properly. Did you put it properly? Whose mistake? Government mistake. Am I going to be penalized for government's mistake? No. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? They changed the law. They came and said, if you have a cycle, you should have a working headlight. Should have a. I said, okay. I bought a cycle. I bought a headlight. It is working also. It is not working that time. Hey, headlight la battery irukku. Did you come and tell me to display it in the night? You told me what it should be a working headlight. Na port kaamsta sir, button open pannina work agum parunga. Is there something wrong about it? Still right? Am I being questioned? No. Now they have to change the law again. What they came and said? When you're riding a bicycle, the headlight should display. The headlight should display. Now I'm also a smart CA. I took a cycle, bought a headlight. It is displaying also, but on the back side. Am I wrong? Why? See, intention is what? Headlight should be in the front so that people can see you. Nee pinadi potittu enna panna pora? Is there something going to be special about it? Nothing is going to work. Yes or no? Yes. At the end of the day, the intention was that you should see the front road so that you don't hit someone. Anna, you put the headlight on the back. My question is very simple. Have you violated any law? Have you? No. But is the intention defeated? That is what we are. That is what? Yeah. Yes. Now, when you started this, I came and told you one simple line. If you have a cycle, you should have a headlight. You came and told me, Rahul, everything is right. You told me there is nothing wrong. Now I'm asking you the same question. Rahul, this line comes and says, if there is a cycle, there should be a headlight. Is the line wrong? Is the line wrong? It's not. It's just incomplete. It's just incomplete. Here is a case where government has not told you anything. Here is a case where government has told you something, but it is still not clear to complete something. Yes or no? Yes, here is where we come into picture. Here is where we come into picture. Now think about it. Now think about it. Whenever a person comes to you as a CA and comes and says reduce taxes, are they asking you to do illegal things? Are they asking you to do legal things? They are asking you to do things which are not mentioned anywhere. That's where the power you stand. That is the power you have in your hands. The power in your hands is to make sure that you are able to find out those things which government maybe has missed out. And that's where you play around with things. That's how you manipulate the law in such a way that you are able to benefit the client as well as yourself, because at the end of the day, if the client is going to pay lower taxes, you are also going to get more fees. Will you do it for free of charge? If you're doing for free of charge, you are not a CA first of all. Never do it for free for anyone. Yes, if you're using your header, it is worth some money. It is worth some money. Agreed, not agreed? Yes. Now, this is what has happened over the years. This is what has happened over the years. Income tax, if I have to bring it to you, was there from King's times. It was being collected that time also. You might have seen, some Hindi people would have seen a movie, Amir Khan's movie, Lagan Solte. They played a cricket match for paying taxes and all. If you win the cricket match, no taxes for you for 3 years. But if you don't win, you have to pay 3 times taxes. Taxes is nothing but income tax only. That time also it was there. Yes. So it is there all the way from King's time. It has evolved over the years. Yes, the first income tax, if my memory serves right, came somewhere in 1800s. Think about it. That time when income tax was introduced, it was 500,000 pages. Or was it only 50 pages? It was very small, 50 pages. Yes. That time when it was introduced in 1800s, it was only 15 pages. Because they came and said, yes, if a person is earning 8 annas, that time it was annas, cents and all those things. If you're earning 8 annas, you have to pay 5% tax. Simple. Tell me, are you interested to pay tax? Are you interested to pay tax? What you would have done? You would have found things which are not there and therefore not paid taxes. Government would have realized it. Government would have changed the law. 50 became 55. Then what you did? You found something else. You again did not pay tax. Government found that also. And then government again changed the law. 55 became 60. It happened over the years. It happened over the years. Every time government put something, you found something else. Government realized, and then government put something else. Then again you found something else. Government realized something else. Government put something else. You again found something else. As we stand today, income tax has this big book. This is the actual Income Tax Act. This is the actual Income Tax Act which stands today. It started like this. Now it's here. Is it because government is evolving, or is it because you are evolving? This is because you are evolving. Every time government finds something nice, you find something wrong. And you come and say, sir, I am nice. You are wrong. Yes or no? Yes. This is what my whole journey is going to be along with you people in this 190 pages. In this 190 pages, I'm not just going to tell you what exactly is there right now. I'm also going to tell you what was there and then what you did, which is why we are here. Which is why we are here. Now obviously when I say what you did, it's obviously not you, it's your ancestors. Okay, someone played nonsense that time and therefore we are stuck here. Yes, that is why they came and said, no, if Isaac Newton, if the apple wouldn't have fallen on Isaac Newton, today we didn't have so much of physics syllabus. Adhe maari. If you wouldn't have played that fun that time, income tax would have been smaller. You could have easily passed 50 marks. Now that is your problem. Yes, my request is very simple, pass faster. Because today it is this much. By the time you don't pass, it will become this much. Then it will become this much. Then you have to buy 2 volumes for that also. Yes, that is how the chapters are. That is how the chapters are. Every single year we have changes. Every single year. Yes, you have this one very stupid chapter which no one likes in this whole inter syllabus. You know when we take it, we have this chapter called as TDS. We have this chapter called as full form. It's called as tax deducted at source. Yes, when this section was started, there was only one section, section 194, full stop. That's all. There was only one section, section 194. Today there is 194A, 194B, 194BB, C, D, DA, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, LA, LB, LC, LD, LE, LF. L का प्राण और M, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Till last year we had S. Every year 2 sections will get introduced. Every year. When I did my inter, that time it was 194 M ku munadi enna irukku ella. It was still 194K. It was still 194K, 2016. அதுக்கப்புறம் L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S வந்துச்சு. Every year 2 sections will get introduced. Every year government will come and say, yeah, எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் போர் அடிக்குது, இந்த வாட்டி கொஞ்சம் புதுசா எதுவுமே இல்ல, கொண்டு வந்துடலாம். ரெண்டு they'll bring 2 extra inside. Yes, the more you delay, the more changes happen. The more changes happen, the faster you complete, the better it is for you. Yes, because after that it will not be a problem. Clear ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் then you can take some time to read it. ஆனா clear ஆனதுக்கு முன்னாடி everything you have to read for your exam itself. Yes, that is why I always tell my friends, November is the most riskiest attempt. November is the most riskiest attempt. Every time one law is created, the law is created for May and November. Since you are already in November, by the time you come to May, syllabus has changed. Best example is my subject. Best example is my subject. By the time you don't clear November 24 and come to May 25, you will have to come back to me and come and say, Rahul, what has changed? I will say everything has changed. And then you have to sit back with me once again for a class. Yes, that is how it is happening. That is how it is happening. That is why if you open my book, you will find some green color code. In the first preface itself, you will find something in green. Yes, green wordings are said as amendments for May 24 and November 24. Clear English kuthirukken. First page ma. Open panone first page, it says amendments for May 24 and November 24. Clear ah potu kuthirukken. The next May 25, this green will become black. This green will become black and you will have new green. We'll have a new green and the new green will come and say amendments for May 25 and that is the fun about my subject. That is the fun about my subject. What you read in this 190 pages is only applicable for November attempt. It is not applicable after November attempt. It is a new syllabus altogether for May 25. I'm not saying new syllabus from ICA. ICA oda syllabus pudusa vanduchu. My subject keeps changing beyond ICA also. ICA also changes every 5 years. I change every 1 year. That is the kind of fun which my syllabus has, but it's interesting to that extent also. It is interesting to that extent also. Why this amendments, Rahul? What is the intentions? We will discuss as we progress forward. Make sense, everyone? Hello? I don't know if this is going to play, but I'm going to give it a shot. This is one very good example of how a CA should be. There's nothing displaying. 1 second. Nice one. Yes, I always show this in all of my classes because it's funny. It's funny. Every time I see it, it's always interesting. But beyond the comedy, there is a learning. Can you tell me what the learning is? Anyone?
Prospection.
Huh?
Prospection.
Prospection, Abrina? Perspection. Perspective. Okay, what is a perspective?
Each person sees it.
What am I seeing? Cow or worship? What am I seeing here? Ask yourself the same question. The same example I gave you. There was just one line, one simple line which came and said, what? What? There is a cow. How do you? Simple two lines. Is there anything wrong with the line? Is there anything wrong with the line? No. It just says there is a cow. How do you cross? Logically, what would you assume? Logically, what would you assume? You are driving and there is a cow. How do you? Logically. But at no point of time does the line come and say that you are driving. At no point of time the question comes and says that the cow is in the middle of the road where you are driving. Yes or no? Yes. You see what he did? You see what he did? Yes. You think this is a joke. Practically, this is what happens. Practically, this is what happens. This is how we play as income tax CS. Yes. In CS, we do the same thing. Whenever a section comes into picture, whenever a wording comes into picture, we break the wordings so much that we try to understand what the hell are they talking about. And then we come and see whether what they thought they are talking about is the same thing which they have put in the law also. Because if they have not put the same thing which they have thought about, we will come and say, I'm sorry sir, you did not think about it. So therefore I will think about it. And what I think is not what you think. So therefore you think, I think, and no think. It's not no think, it's nothing. Yes or no? Yes, and it is not wrong because you did not say, so therefore I did not do. Hello? Yes or no? I'll give you a very simple example. Explanation of this we will do later. Third, fourth chapter. There was this very famous case law called Vodafone case law. Not sure how many of you have heard about it. Very, very famous case law called as Vodafone case law. The amount involved was 18,000 crores. The amount involved was 18,000 crores. Government of India put a penalty on Vodafone India, penalty tax, whatever you call it, and told that I will levy 18,000 crores on you as tax with interest with penalty. Vodafone said, I'm sorry sir, I will not pay one shit also to you. You want 1 rupee, I'll give you. Other than that, I'll not give you anything. I'll not give you. Government left it. No, government said, no, you have to pay. What did I do? I went and said, sir, I'm not paying. I'm sorry. If you think that I'm supposed to pay, let's go and fight in court. Let's go and fight in. We both went to court. Who? Vodafone and government. Government, obviously, income tax office. Income tax office. High court level. High court came and said, yes, what income tax office is saying is right. You have to pay 18,000 crores. I did not sit silent. I went to Supreme Court. And I went and I asked Supreme Court one simple question. Dear Supreme Court, income tax officer is coming and saying pay 18,000 crores. I went and said, sir, if you want me to pay 18,000 crores, tell me where is there in the law that I have to pay this 18,000 crores. Supreme Court searched, could not find it. So Supreme Court went and said to the income tax officer, dear officer, show me where is it given that he is to pay this 18,000 crores. Income tax officer said, sir, this line is there. No, in the line nala pay pannom. We both opened the line, it is not there. Like, where is it? No, sir, actually in the line oda meaning eppadi. He said, on the line oda meaning unakku eppadi theriyum? Line thana eldirukku. On the line adu pera eldirukku. Nothing is given. Why should he pay? Why should he? He's like, no, sir. Actually, when the law was being created, that time we thought it should be like this. What did Supreme Court do? What did Supreme Court do? Supreme Court said, not payable, get lost. Not payable, get lost. Imagine 18,000 crores loss for government. Government planned their budget for next year itself based on this. Budget pochu. Next year they came and said, no budget in hand, no money in hand, I'm sorry. Think about it. Do you think government will sit silent? You think government will sit silent? What did government do? Next year budget, they came and said, no, this also is now taxable. This also is now. Vodafone said, yeah, you go tax, I don't care. I've already done the transaction. Nanda muchstane. இனிமேல நீ டாக்ஸ் பண்ணணும் வேற யாருக்கு பண்ண எனக்கு நான் பண்ண போறேன். Government came and said, no, my child, we are making it taxable from 1961. We're making it taxable from 1961. In income tax terms, we call it as retrospective effect. We call it as What is so special about 1961? Income tax was launched in 1961. Income tax was launched in 1961. We all went to court and we came and said, sir, I don't understand what the hell is happening. He said, sir, like I said, we had thought about this. We forgot to. Right, sir? Human error. Human error. In 1961, when we prepared the law, we thought this is taxable. Ana mention panna marandittom. Sir, prachane marandringa. Don't worry, I am changing the law that it is applicable from 1961. Now, therefore, now ask Vodafone to pay tax. Now ask Vodafone to. Vodafone came and said, "Dey, nee baattuke edo maranditana nana tax pay pannu adukaga." Do you think today in 2012 I will know that you forgot something in 1961? What do I know in 2012? This is the law. In the law pragara I am not supposed to pay. Why the hell should I pay you right now? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you think Vodafone paid? Do you think Vodafone paid? No, obviously no. You came and said, Rahul, law itself is now saying you have to pay. No, Vodafone went to International Court of Justice. Vodafone went to. You will come and think, Rahul, normally Supreme Court solitanga pay panidana agano. They went to International Court. They came and said, I don't want to do business with India itself anymore. Our loose term, he is coming and telling me he thought something 50 years back he wants me to pay right now. Nana loose ainge therina. He went and informed International Court, I don't want to do business anymore with India. I don't want to pay this money. You go and inform Indian government to change the law. International Court went to Modi Sarkar and came and said, dear Modi Sarkar, don't talk nonsense to me. Go change the law. You know what comedy happened? 2012, who was ruling party? Who was ruling party? That's it, no. Congress. Today, who is the ruling party? BJP came and said, sir, I did not create the law. They created the law. Not my mistake, sir. Some Gandhi came, some Gandhi spoiled. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He took it as a campaign. COVID times 2020, Modi Sarkar came and said, yes, my predecessors made a big mistake because of which India is now having a bad image in front of courts. Don't worry, I am your ruling party. I will change the law. He changed the law and came and said, no, now this is applicable only from 2012. It is not applicable prior to 2012. So he went and told Vodafone, sorry. It's not this anymore, it is this anymore. Okay, this is good to you, this is bad to you. So therefore, don't worry. You don't have to pay any more taxes. 2012 kapro, people will pay taxes. You don't worry about it. I am in your favor. You come back and work in India. Forget Gandhis. Gandhis are out. Ilimana no Gandhi, ella Modi. Yes, yes. Fun happens in income tax like that. Fun happens, I tell you. Yes. The point is, please understand, no one can ever penalize you for something which you have itself not written. If you forgot, then it is forgot only. I cannot assume what you had thought about. Okay, that only works in a relationship sometimes also. Yes, it does not work in a government scenario. Government will never come and agree to those nonsense. Clear, not clear? Yes. So, coming back to the whole story. Rahul, what is the role of a CA? What is the role of a CA? No, I told you what we discuss stays in the class. I need to give you some professional words also. Yes, professional words are like this. If you are doing the right thing in the right way, it is called as tax planning. What is it called as? Government has told you, you plan your tax this way, therefore you planned it. If you do the wrong thing in wrong way, it is called as tax evasion. It is called as clear cut, you are evading taxes. Yes. Now, the right thing in the wrong way is not defined anywhere because obviously it's freedom fighter cases and all. No one will kill anyone for it, so therefore it is not there in the law. It is not there in the law. The only thing which is left is wrong thing in the right way. We call it as tax avoidance. We call it as tax avoidance, meaning pay panano anana avoid panitan. Pay panano anana avoid panitan. Yes, yes. So generally a CA is engaged for doing. Now this stays between us. Outside market, what does a CA supposed to do? CA is supposed to do. Now you understand. In our closed circle, CA is supposed to do tax avoidance. And in an open circle and before ICA, you should come and say CA is supposed to do tax ஓகே, ஞாபகம் இருக்குமா? எஸ், கீப் திஸ் இன் மைண்ட், கீப் திஸ் இன் மைண்ட். எக்ஸாம்ல மட்டும் போயிட்டு ராகுல் சிஏஸ் ஆர் எங்கேஜ்டு ஃபார் டாக்ஸ் அவாய்டன்ஸ் மட்டும் எழுதுறாதீங்க, மார்க் போயிடும். அதுக்கப்புறம் ராகுல் வந்து தப்பா பேசினார்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. எஸ், as per income tax, CA's role is to ensure that everyone pays the right taxes as per the right laws, and therefore you are engaged for doing tax planning. I come and say that and all is okay, that we can do, but we will not earn so much out of it. We will earn so much only from tax avoidance. So நாங்க அதுதான் பண்ணுவோம். Yes, my job is to do that only. உனக்கு பிரச்சனை இருக்குன்னா அங்க போய் பேசிக்கோ, எனக்கு தெரியல. எனக்கு பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் I am not doing anything illegal. ஏன்னா லாலே இல்லை, நான் என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, keep that background. Keep that background. போலாமா? போலாமா? ராகுல், இப்போதைக்கு ஒரு வேர்டு மட்டும் தான் முடிச்சிருக்கோம், which is let's do the second word. Let's do the second word. We are looking at the second word called as start over again. What is a tax? Throw words, throw English. What is tax? Tired ஆயிட்டீங்களா? ராகுல் என்ன சொன்னாலும் தப்பா சொல்றேன். Revenue for government மட்டும் collect பண்ண revenue. Only if government collects it's a tax. Is it? Yes. Okay. Anyone else before I answer that question?
Paying taxes for benefits available.
What is tax கேட்டா?
Paying
Why
cash
tax
for-
கேட்கல?
Paying cash for benefits available.
Benefits?
Available.
What are you availing benefits?
Transport, road,
Road, infrastructure. கொடுக்குறாங்களா? எனக்கு மட்டும் வரலையே, எனக்கு மெட்ரோ எல்லாம் ஹோல்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. இங்க வெளியில இருக்குது மொத்த ரோடே க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, லூஸ். எஸ். Okay, coming to your question. I recently heard the story that in Afghanistan there is a big problem going on. Something about I think the government getting banned, and Taliban is now ruling Afghanistan. Taliban is terrorist group. Taliban is terrorist group. I remember the same story that they were coming and saying if in Taliban in Afghanistan right now, if you want to buy one water bottle, that is costing about 500-600 rupees. One water bottle you have to pay 500 and 600 rupees. They are coming and saying yes, you have to pay this premium to me because I am the ruling party now. I am the ruling party now. Question to you: Taliban is a government? Is as of now no. Legally also no. Is Taliban the government? Is Taliban the government? No. Taliban is not the government. Appo what they are collecting is taxes. Yes. Appo then it's not mandatory to be government. Benefit. Okay. எப்படி சொல்றது உனக்கு? I'll give you one example. We are going to read it anyway. In Japan, I'm seriously telling you, I show it to you. In Japan, there is a tax. It's called as fat tax. It's called as fat tax. Basically, the government of Japan is coming and saying, if I see a person who has a belly radius more than some 20 centimeters something, I don't remember the numbers, I'll show it to you. If I see a person who has a belly radius more than 20 centimeters something, you will have to pay me 5% of 1 crore rupees or something like that. Some number is there. Okay. In Japanese yen, 1 crore is not a big number. Inga is very big. Yes. So they came and said you have to pay me some 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. Example. Yes. As something called as fat tax. What is the benefit? What benefit are you going to get out of this? Nothing. Okay. I'm going to come back and now I'm going to give you an example. You tell me whether it's tax or not. You tell me whether it is tax or not. Hello? Yes? Yes. How many of you have seen this Hindi movie called as Vikram Rathore? Rowdy Rathore, sorry. In Hindi it is called as Rowdy Rathore. In Telugu it is called as Vikram Rathore, I think. Some movie, I don't remember. The movie is about one actor playing dual role. He has a child. Yes, the main person is a police officer. The second one is a thief. Andamari scenario. Okay. If you remember the movie, great. Yes. If not, then any movie has this only. The example is like this. You are the actor of the movie. Coming out of the train. Yes, you came on the station and you saw that there are some gundas. Now the gundas were doing something. They were basically going to a stall and they were going and asking him to pay some money. Correctly, they came to this person also, hero also, and he came and said what? You have come newly to this place. This is my place. Therefore, pay me some money. Pay me some money. He took out some bunch of notes. They took out the bunch of notes. Some half of it they took and balance they gave it off to him. Balance they gave it off to him. Yes or no? Yes, they called it as. In Hindi we call it as hafta. In Hindi we call it as hafta. In English we call it as protection money. We call it as protection money. Whom are you protecting from? Them only. You understood the background? Understood the background? Yes. Facts are, person comes, has some money. This person comes and says, if you want protection from me, 50% of what you have, give it to me. Balance 50 you can keep to yourself. I will ensure that no one will harm you but me. No one will harm you but me. Question: money which is collected by this person, is it a tax or not a tax? Why? Why? We are not playing MCQs. Yes or no is not the answer. Reasoning is the answer. Why? Not ne yaar sunna. Why? What is the first thing which came to your head?
In the future, we are not going
Future. இப்போதைக்கு நீ ஊர் இருந்தா தானே ஃபியூச்சர் வரும். இன்னைக்கே செத்துட்டேன்னா என்ன ஃபியூச்சர் உனக்கு? ஓ, இன்கம் டேக்ஸ் மட்டும் பே பண்ணா ஃபியூச்சர்ல பெனிஃபிட் வரும். அந்த நம்பி இருக்கு உனக்கு. எனக்கு வரல. 5 வருஷம் ஆச்சு, எனக்கு இன்னும் நம்பி வரல. எஸ். Yes or no, first of all? Everyone is aligned to no, is it? Someone in my favor saying yes? No one. Everyone says no. Yes na why? அதுக்கு மட்டும் reason. Sorry da? So loss and other tax அப்படி சொல்ற. Okay, my question is, income tax is a benefit or a loss? So technically income tax is also a loss only. Technically income tax is also a loss only. We are not going to get back the money. Government is not going to give you back the money once you paid it. Question is it a tax? Is this protection money given to the person a tax? A. Open-ended answers quickly. Yes sir. Yes சொல்லிட்டா ராகுல் கேட்க மாட்டார், அதனால விட்டு. Anyone think it's no? General thought. Anyone thinks it's no? Let's clear the air first of all. Anyone having a doubt, certain amount? If you tell me yes, I'll proceed. That's all. நான் கேட்க போறதில்ல. If you have a certain amount of doubt, let me know right away. Anyone thinks it's no? Everyone is aligned to yes. Everyone? Perfect. Then my work is over. Great. You say yes. I did not ask. Okay. I am not sure. நீங்க எஸ் சொல்லிட்டீங்க, அதனால நான் விட்டேன். நோக்கு ஆன்சர் இருக்கும், எஸ்க்கு ஆன்சர் இருக்காது, அதனால ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. Great. So then what is a tax? A tax is a mandatory fees or financial charge which is levied to collect revenue for public works providing the best facilities and infrastructure. இதான் definition of tax. இதான் definition of tax. How much of it is true? I don't know. This is the definition. Yes. How much of it is true? I have no idea. I'm not going to dispute also. Since you have told me it is yes, then it is yes to proceed. Question: who can levy taxes? There are 3 people who are involved. I'm giving you 3 examples. Tell me which of the persons can levy taxes. First one, local gundas, protection money case. Can you? நீங்க தான் எஸ் சொல்லிட்டீங்களா, அப்புறம் என்ன? I'm proceeding with yes. No, huh? Why? Is infrastructure mandatory? No. Facilities is also there, no? My question is, okay, let's come to this. You're paying income tax. All of the income tax is going to be used for infrastructure, yes or no? No. They have a budget. In that budget, it can be used for anything. It may not be used for infrastructure. Does not mean it's not a tax, right? One of the examples is infrastructure. What facilities are you going to get from the gunda? He's going to keep you safe. That's it. That is a good facility enough. Yes, hospitality nalla provide pandra. Yes. My question is, can they levy taxes? Okay. White collars, okay. Take this example. You are telling me gundas can levy taxes. Okay. Now let's change the example. What is happening is you are now sitting at home. I've already had a conversation with your parents on orientation. Yes. So what happened is I somehow felt like yes, I've given a good lecture to your parents. So therefore I came to your home. Today like the same shirt, tie, suit, everything is there. Yes, and I came to your parents, they opened the door, I came and said, hello ma'am, CA, nice to meet you. Rahul Agarwal is my name. I have a good knowledge of income tax. I've studied it over for the past 2016 to 8 years. I studied for the past 8 years. One small request. Whatever income you're earning today, or 10% if you can give me, that'll be very good for me. That'll be very good for me. Can I do so? Bye. ஏன்டா குண்டா மட்டும் குத்தா? என்னடா டை போட்டா பிரச்சனையா இல்ல சூட் போட்டா பிரச்சனையா? குண்டாஸ்க்கு நோ தான். ஷார் நோ சொல்லிட்டான், மாறிட்டாமா? கேன் ஐ சேஞ்ச் இட்? ஹி சேயிங் நோ நவ. or should I stick it to yes? No தானா? they can. அப்போ என்ன பண்ண இப்போ? மெஜாரிட்டி போலாமா? டெமோக்ரஸி. You don't need to pay. So Gunda is coming and saying pay 50%. You're like, hey, pada. Correct, no? குண்டாக்கு பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் என்னமா ஸ்டேட் உனக்கு? You came to his place, he's asking you money. What is the state in this? அவன் லாஜிக்கா கேக்குறான் உனக்கு. What will you sit with him and come and say, sir, GST law pragaram place of supply is Chennai, not in Mumbai? Yeah, place of supply பேச போறேன் அவனுக்கு. தொடுத்தி விட்டுருவாரு. Yes. Okay. She is still with yes. Majority is going to know, is it? Okay, then come back to the question first of all. Is it a tax? Tax ஓ இல்லையா? அப்போ எங்கே நோ சொல்லிட்டீங்க? நோனா அதுக்கப்புறம் நோ தான். Why is it no then? She said yes and yes, therefore her answer is over. She has to be safe. Now you are coming and telling it's no, you have to prove it. Or I'll have to take class for her only. She is going to be qualified. Why is it no now? What is not mandatory? It's not mandatory for who? It's mandatory to pay government, is it? What if you don't pay to government? General question. What if you don't pay to government? What if you don't pay to Gunda? You can move to another place. Right. No, so you remember the movie, right? No, my question is very simple. You remember the movie, right? You came out of the station, immediately on the station itself they stopped you. And they came and said, give me this money. Can you walk back and come and say, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to come here. You will take a U-turn and go back? Or they'll still collect it from you? Will you be able to U-turn and go back, or will you be able to, you have to pay it, right? Is it mandatory or not? Solitarna mandatory na vera vali liya adukaprom. My question is, what is so different about the payment to government to the payment to Gunda? Who is authorizing him? How is government authorized? Because Modi Sarkar said. Because you see Monday that Bhai or Beno comes from his mouth, you are saying authorized. Chapa potter. How did you decide government is authorized? Which is what my next question is. But anyway, before we come to my next question, my question is here first. Is the payment to Gunda a tax? No. Everyone is aligned. No doubts. Yes. She is not going to budge. She is like, no, I'm very sure. Anyone else with a yes? Yes. Yes. Ipo maritiya. I'm going to ask my same question once again. Answer me properly. Is my question whether the money is tax, or is my question whether the money is legal tax? I that time itself came and told I'm proud of you because you understood it. திருப்பி அங்கே போயிட்டீங்க. Now I'm going to ask you the same question once again. Is the money collected by Gunda tax? Marketing law. Now everyone says yes. Or is there still a no? Is that still a no? Now there is no no's. Now there is no no's. No no's. Yes, understand it very carefully. I am again asking you the same question. Is it a legal tax? Is not the debate. The debate is whether it is a. Is that answer yes? Yes. Can Gundas levy taxes? Is the next question. My first question was whether it is a tax. You told me yes. Now comes the second question, whether a Gunda can levy taxes. That is the dispute. That is the dispute. We'll come to the dispute now. We'll come to the dispute now. I'm not telling it as a yes. I'm not telling it as a no. We have three scenarios. Scenario number one, I came and told you that there is a Gunda who's collected money from you. Can he do so? Scenario number one. Scenario number two, I came and said Rahul, wearing all suit, ties and everything, comes to your home, comes and asks you for money. You are asking to pay him. Can Rahul levy taxes? Two scenarios. Scenario number three, same scenario. Same scenario. The only difference is now Rahul is not coming. Now Rahul is not coming. When the door opened, you found there is a person in banyan, vesti, vestiya lungi yaad hai na solvanga. Vesti is for marriage, no? So then lungi. Yes, there is a person who comes in banyan, lungis, but has an ID card here. Has an ID card here. You open the door. First of all, your mom comes and says, "Oh, pal wala wa, come." He says, "No, no, ma'am, no pal wala and all. I have an ID card with me. I have an ID card." Aponi school boy, seriva. Ma'am, kelenga ma'am first. This is the ID card of Income Tax Department. This is the ID card of Income Tax Department. I've come to your home. I've opened the door. Banyan, vesti, ID card of Income Tax Department. He comes and says, "I am from Income Tax Department. I am from Income Tax Department. You have earned 1 crore, 150 crores, whatever it is. You went for a class with Rahul. You have forgotten to pay GST on the class. You have forgotten to pay GST on the class. Pay me GST 30,000 rupees right now. Pay me GST 30,000 rupees right now." Question, can he do so? Question, can he do so? I gave you now three scenarios. Scenario number one, Gunda. Scenario number two, qualified chartered accountant. Scenario number three, local person having income tax ID card. Which of the three persons can levy taxes, or none of them can levy taxes? All of them can levy taxes. All of them can levy taxes. See, understand the wordings very carefully now. When I earlier asked you whether it is a tax, I only asked you whether it's a tax. Now I'm asking you whether he can levy tax, which means obviously I'm talking about legal tax. Now I'm very clearly asking you whether it's a legal tax or not. Yes, so answer that very carefully now. Answer that very carefully now. Three people. First one, Gundas. CS. Income Tax Authority. Why? Siri, what is the problem? Ma, Aikar Bhavan you have seen. ICA office you have gone. Nungambakam. ICA Nungambakam you have gone. Yes, next building is. Adhika next building is. Adhika next building is. GST office. Pakal na irukanga. Pakal. Yes, maybe there are people lesser in income tax department. There are people lesser in GST office, so they came and said GST office la konja aal kammiya irukanga. Neenga poitu rate potrunga. Pannalam alla dharma pannalam. Enna prachana? Yes, there is no problem. We have seen income tax rates and all, no, in movies and all. Yes, normally you'll see income tax rate, like they'll wear suit, tie and everything and come. Nothing will happen like that. No person will go with suit and tie for a raid and all. They will come in lungis, G-shirts and all. All jeans level only go. No one will come in suit, tie and all. Never happens. At least in India market, never happens. Foreign market where we show. India market and never someone have. I have at least seen in my world where income tax department authorities have come in suit, tie and all and put a raid and all to you. Never happens. If they put it, we are from income tax department, Kandipa varadu. They come in the most local attires as much as possible. My point is, third one, can he levy taxes? Yes. Yes. Example number 4. Example number 4. You are right now in where is that country? Hey, what is that country where this there is this one fat president? Huh? North Korea is not a government. North Korea is a king. Yes. Now tell me that guy. What is his name? John. Sorry, whatever name. Yes. Kejo. Kejo. Yes, assuming what has happened is Kejo is coming and saying that in that country, Kejo in that country is coming and saying that if you have earned 50,000 rupees, 49,999 rupees is mine. If you have earned 50,000 rupees or whatever that currency is, Korean rupees, if you have earned 50,000 Korean rupees, 49,999 is mine. One is yours. One is yours. Can you do so? Yes. Yes. Tell me, on what basis did you decide this? On what basis did CA become not eligible? On what basis did Gunda become not eligible? On what basis did a guy with income tax card become eligible? And on what basis did Kejo become eligible? He is the one who's making the decisions. Okay? What? நான் பெரிய இங்கிலீஷ் பேசணும் நான் ஆரம்பிச்சிருவேன் நான். எக்கனாமிக் சிஸ்டம்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்? சரி சரி. So he is eligible. Okay. India income tax department card. On what basis did you decide that he can do it? Who gave him that authority? Who is government? Last I checked, civics comes and says government is of the people, for the people. You and I are only the government. So tomorrow Modi Sarkar will come to my home and make tea for me. He is the public servant, no? I am the public, so he is my servant. Correct, no? Tomorrow I can call Modi Sarkar and come and say, please come to my home. I have heard that you make good tea in the past, therefore make tea for me today. I am the government. Yes or no? Question to you is, did you give him the authority? If yes, then I can come and say that if I have given the authority, then I can take back the authority also. I can immediately go and say, but the moment he came, I am saying, no, I am the government, you are no more authorized, go get lost. I will not pay him tax. Are you the persons giving him authority? Which is where my question stands. Final question before we start the topics. Who gives authority? Who is that one person who gives authority to anyone to do something or to not do something, to do something or abstain from doing, to doing something or abstaining from doing something, whatever it is? How does things work in India? Is it that Modi Sarkar once comes on the stage and says, Bhaiyo or Behno, everything becomes a law? Very, very fancy word. What is this constitution? What is constitution? Get book Adi vaanga porani. What is constitution? Introduction to India. Introduction to law or India? Indian law. Okay. I like the word. I'm just not convinced. What exactly is constitution is my question. See, my question again stands back once again. Can tomorrow Modi Sarkar come on stage and do something, or he says from tomorrow this is not applicable? Does it become a law? Does it become a law? Just because Modi Sarkar came and said? No, it does not. Just because an income tax department comes to your home and comes and says, I want money, can you give him money? No. People need to be authorized to do something or not to do something. Who is giving them the authorization? Government? Definitely no. Government cannot do it because you are the government. You are the government. They are only representatives of you. Yes or no? Every person sitting in that place is only a representative of you. At the end of the day, you are the government, so you cannot make those decisions. Which means it has to come from somewhere. It has to come from somewhere. Now, to make a law itself needs a law. Yes or no? Yes or no? Which means if you want a law in India, it needs to be created by a law. That mother law is called as Constitution of India. That mother law is called as Constitution of India. Yes, basically what happened is when India got independence, we created a constitution where we came and said, you know what, going forward, how India should run will be defined here. How India should be run will be defined here. Yes, that was how a constitution was formed. That was how a constitution was formed. That time, freedom fighters and all came together. They decided a single constitution. Because obviously that time they were only ruling everything. So they came together and they decided the constitution, and they came and said, this is how India will run right now. Now understand I'm again telling you it is not an act. Okay? That constitution will not come and say make income tax act, make this act, make that act. It is the rules and regulations. Like for example, today if Modi Sarkar comes and says, going forward, if you breathe in India, you will be killed on the spot. Assuming hypothetically, can Modi Sarkar do it? Why? What is the problem? If Taliban can do it, why can Modi Sarkar not do it? Taliban can come and say no. If Taliban tomorrow comes and says, if you breathe here, I will kill you off. Big deal. Can they say no? Huh? Why is it not practical? Okay. நீ அவனுக்கு சூஸ் பண்ணதுனால அவன் என்ன வேணா சொன்னா நீ பாத்து. So my question is then like this. If you remember in 2019 there was this 500 and 1000 rupees demonetization. So Modi Sarkar came and said 500 and 1000 rupees in Himalaya is not applicable. That time you can come and say no, I chose you. Who are you to decide that it's not applicable? I want to make it valid. What is the benefit in that? Black money. Oh, I understand the reasonability of it, but you remember what happened after that, right? The kind of challenges we had to go through. Every person is standing in the ATM center doing so much of nonsense. It was actually spoiling the business of India. It ended up spoiling India more than what it is, and the outcome was not as favorable as we thought. We always thought that we'll be able to save so much of black money, so much will come out and everything. But actually, what was expected was never achieved. In that point of time, can you go and tell Modi Sarkar that, sir, the intention which you thought is defeated? So what you did is completely wrong. I am not happy with you. No, right? Yes. My point is very simple. Today, if you are coming and telling me that Rahul, if someone is breathing and you will be shooting them on spot, is not right according to you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It is not right because it is there in the Constitution of India. It is there in the Constitution of India. There is something called as right to breathe or right to self-safety. I don't remember the clause properly, but there is something like that. Which means that Constitution of India comes and says no one can ever question someone's personal rights. No one can ever question someone's personal rights. Which means you cannot question someone breathing here in India. If you do so, then you are doing something wrong. And the moment that has come into picture, Modi Sarkar cannot levy something like that. Cannot levy something like that. Same thing. Tomorrow, assuming Constitution of India is changed. Can you change it? Yes, you can. It requires a huge amount of approvals, but you can do it. Tomorrow, if Constitution is changed and it comes and says, I am taking away the right to breathe. I am taking away the right to breathe. Adhikapra, if Modi Sarkar comes and says, if you breathe here in India, I will shoot you. Is it legal? It will become legal. It will become legal. Now you may come and say, Rahul, this is all hypothetical and everything, but eventually if you realize it may happen. You've seen so many movies and all, where what is happening, Earth is dying, there is less of oxygen, people are carrying tanks and everything. There can be a law like that. Tomorrow something goes wrong with India, global warming is so high, people are starting to die. They can levy a law where they can come and say people should stop breathing right now. Possible. Can you stop it? Understand, you do not make choices. Even Modi Sarkar does not make choices. Even the government of India does not make choices. There is only one person who can make that choice, which is Constitution of India. This is the Constitution of India. Today, if you want to do anything in India, Constitution has to approve it for you. If Constitution does not approve it for you, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. It does not have to be logical. It just has to be approved. And I'm making that very clear. Today you come and say, Rahul, income tax is logical. It's not. What is logical about income tax? You are coming and saying that you put your blood and sweat, you put your efforts and everything, you earn so much income, and then government takes 30% of it and goes away. Nowadays it's 30, back then it was 90 also. Think about it. Is it logical? Why should you pay your money to government? You put the efforts, you put the substance, you put the challenges, you went through all that pain, and government just came one day on your door and came and said, yeah, you put all the efforts, give me 30% of it. What is the role of government here? Is it logical? No, but you're still paying it. Why? Why? Because the Constitution approves it. It's because the Constitution approves it. Makes sense, everyone? Yes, that is how it works. That is how it works. Anything in India is only governed by something called as Constitution. Going forward, one simple question. Going forward, anyone asks you anything. Never come and accept it. Which is what the same orientation class I said. If your parents are coming and asking you to do something, ask them a very simple question. Now it's not why. Now where is it given? Now it is, where is it given? If they come and say, Rahul, it's there in the constitution, then you cannot do anything. Then you have to follow. But if it is not given in the constitution, you can come and say, I don't want to follow, do whatever you want. No one can question you. No one can question you. That is the rights which you have. Yes, you have your personal rights, and your personal rights permits you to cut your hair on Tuesdays. It permits you to cut your hair on Tuesdays. They cannot come and question you. It may be a custom, it may be a law. It's not legally enforceable law because it is not given in. Now you get the sequence. Now you get the sequence. Yes, everything can become a law. Everything can become an act, but it cannot become legal unless and until it is given in. Flow Derrida. Flow Derrida. Now you understand what is locking in foundation? Yes. Yes. This is the kind of background you're supposed to know on a thing. This is the kind of background if you know. I have not even touched direct tax. Subject foundation da. Yes. Point is, if you understand what and why of things is when you can understand how things are derived. It takes me a second. I can today itself come and say, let's start direct tax. Chapter number 1 will get over today itself, but I don't want to do it because I want you to understand what exactly is happening first of all. Yes, and the background theriyama, if you jump to a subject, you may know what is it, but you will never know why is it. Yes, you might have learnt in 12th standard, a company is a company. What is a company? A company is a company registered under Companies Act. Appo what is a company? Company. Dey adana ketta. Yes or no? My point is it wrong? My point is it wrong? No, it's not. Because they are coming and saying, Rahul, there is no definition of company. It is illogical. But I wanted it to be created because Constitution approved it. Constitution came and said, yes, create something called as company. We also created something called as company. What the hell is a company? We don't know. அவன் பண்ண சொன்னா நான் பண்ணிட்டேன். உனக்கு பிரச்சனை இருக்கா? போய் கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ல பேசிக்கோ. அங்க யார் பேசுறது இருக்கான்? யாருமே இல்ல. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணோம்? Accept it and go forward. Simple as that. Yes, yes, things do not have to be logical. Things have to be defined. Things have to be defined, and there's only one place which can define everything, which is your. This word will keep repeating itself. This word will keep repeating itself. Yes or no? Yes. Now, should I prove it to you? Should I prove it to you? Yes. If you open your book on the first page, if you open the book on the first page, you will find it. You see something called as article number 265. You see something called as article number 265. Read the article. It comes and says, article number 265 of the Constitution of India provides that no tax shall be levied or collected except by an authority of law. Now you see it? Now see it? Yes. Constitution of India very clearly now came and said that, boss, if you want to levy a tax in India, there is only one person who can do it, which is authority of. Is Rahul CA authority of law? Is the income tax department holder authority of law? Is that KJO authority of law? Not in India. He is not in India. He is in his country maybe. If his constitution comes and provides, then he can do it. Rahul, in a king scenario, who is the constitution? He is only the constitution. The constitution, that's all is fine. Yes, it does not mean that those countries will not have a constitution. They will also have a constitution. If you remember, in UK also there is a queen. Yes, Queen of Britain or solvanga. Yes, and if you remember in movies and all, you would have seen there is something called as Declaration of Independence. Yes, technically that is their constitution. Technically that is their constitution. That is what will come and tell what you can do and what you can't do. The Declaration of Independence itself is this big. It has so many things written. It has so many things written that has been reciprocated very places, and then at the end of the day, Queen makes the decisions. But that is how it works. It cannot be decided without a law in place, and the law in place is the constitution of every country. In our country, we call it as Constitution of India. We call it as Constitution of India. Background clear? Yes, yes. Now you understand that a tax can be levied or collected only by an. Who is an authority of law, Rahul? Who is an authority of law? Hey, this also needs to be defined. So this also will be defined in every law is made into 3 lists, which is given as per 7th schedule of article number 246. 246 now comes and says how to define laws. How to define laws, where they came and said, yes, laws will be created by an authority of law. Who is the authority of law? Government of India. Government of India. They will come and define the laws. How can you split the laws? You can split the laws into 3 categories. You can split the laws into 3 categories. One is called as union list. One is called as Now you tell me what is what. In union list, the central government makes the laws. In state list, state makes the laws. How will both make it? Very good. Fair enough. When you have a law is then broken down into understanding who wants to have power over it. Who wants to have power over it? This happens by ministers. This happens by ministers. The ministers will come and decide that yes, this is a law which I want to keep in my state. This is a law which I want to keep on a central level. Yes. And the underlying premise of this starts with understanding where exactly is this applicable to. Where exactly is this applicable to? When you're talking about income tax, will only Tamil Nadu be earning income, or every country, every state will earn income? In that case, it will be governed by, it will be governed by union list. It will be governed by union list. If it's going to be applicable to every state, how will it be done by state? It will be union list. Because now I'm giving the power to the central authority. I'm coming and saying, sir, this is an income which anyone can earn from anywhere. So you handle the responsibility. You handle the responsibility. That is called as union list. That is called as union list. Yes or no? Yes. Now tell me, Rahul, agriculture will happen in every state or some states? That should be governed by? Yes or no? Yes. So they came and said, Rahul, if there is a tax on agriculture, then it should be done by states. It should be done by states. It should not be done by central. Yes. Which means in your syllabus, tax on agriculture income is not there. Tax on agriculture income is not there. We are only learning about this union list. So we are learning about any taxes to be paid other than tax on agriculture. Other than tax on agriculture. Now makes sense. Now makes sense. Yes. Rahul, Appu, agriculture income is not a part of syllabus. So it is there. It is there. Tax on agriculture is not there. Now, agriculture income is a part of syllabus. Tax on agriculture is not a part of. It means in this syllabus we will understand what is agriculture, and then we'll say if it is agriculture, then we will not discuss about it. If it is not agriculture, then we will discuss about. Purida, hello. I'll ask you a simple question. Assume that you are a rich person. Have you? Define rich. I told you to assume. No? What do you think? What is poor? Yeah. Define needs. See, now you have gone into laws. Okay, things have to be more specific. You give me generic definition, I will start playing loopholes. Yes, give me something which can make sense. Now you have become a CA. Today, first star, you are not a CA. Now you are almost a CA. You're almost a CA. Now tell me, general question I'm asking. What according to you is rich? I'm not telling you it is right. I'm asking you what according to you is rich. Would you define it based on your needs, or would you define it based on income? I would define it based on needs. See, because if I define it based on income, today I'll come and say I'm earning 5 crores. Tomorrow I'll say 5 crores is less. I want 6 crores. Yes, we are greedy enough, and that's good to be. There's nothing wrong about it. If you come stably and come and say, Rahul, 10 lakhs only I want to earn every year, you will start earning losses only at the end of the day. Because what was 2 rupees ka movie in your mom's time is 2000 ka rupee in your 2000 ka movie in your time. Makes a difference. Inflation is kicking in very hard. Yes, so you cannot be stabilized on an income. I would probably say on needs basis. Hypothetically, assuming today if I say, Rahul, if you're earning 6 crores, will you call it as a rich person? Today I'm saying you're earning 6 crores. Will you call yourself rich? Yes. In a question, no, that is okay. Before that, where a conversation hey. Why did I bring that question? What conversation were we having? Correct. Okay, right, thanks. So assume a scenario where you're rich. You have an income of 6 crores. You have an income of 6 crores. The 6 crores is because what is happening is you also have a land in Pakistan. You also have a land in Pakistan. It's an agricultural land. It's an agricultural land which is there in Pakistan. Yes. In that income of 6 crores which you have, 2 crores is coming from the agriculture which you did in Pakistan. 4 crores is your salary. 4 crores is your salary. Question to you, 4 crores will be part of union list, state list? 4 crores, which is your salary income, will be a part of union list. There is nothing about agriculture in that. So that is taxes other than agriculture, so it's a part of union. 2 crores will be a part of why? Very good. Think about it. I told you a state can have power over its state. The income is coming from outside India, which means does the state have a power over it? I am talking only about agriculture income which is earned from India. I'm talking about agriculture income earned from India. That is what we're going to learn. I'm going to define you what do you mean by an agriculture income as per state list. Which means if you find an income which is an income as per state list, I will come and say out of syllabus. If you find it as an income which is not in the state list, I will come and say it is a part of. Get the background? Yes, keep that in mind. We are not going to understand what is a tax on agriculture income, but we are going to understand what is an agriculture income. Yes, now I do not say agriculture income as per any country. I'm saying agriculture income as per. Makes sense. Rahul, what sits in concurrent list? Right now, the most predominant thing and the most famous thing which is sitting right now is called as GST, which is full form of. In GST, you have 3 kinds of GSTs. One is called as CGST, SGST, and that you know. Full form of CGST is Central Goods and Service Tax. Why do you have 3 laws? See, I can understand state GST is for state. I can understand central GST is for. What is this IGST? Why can't you put it in CGST?
Because the rate they were raising from one state to the other, that might cause corruption.
No, so CGST is also run by the government only. My question is IGST is run by whom? Union or state? IGST is run by whom? It is run by union. CGST is run by whom? Same union. You could have had both together only. Why did you want separate items? Correct, no. Why are you creating too many laws? Unnecessary wasting time for everyone. There should be a logic to it. Yes or no? Yes. She gave me the answer, but I'm giving you clarification. Understand, if it's an intrastate. What is an intrastate? If it's within the state. Intrastate is within the state. Interstate is between states. Intrastate is within the state. Okay, so Tamil Nadu is intrastate. Government of India came and said, Rahul, if the supply is happening in Tamil Nadu, everything is happening in Tamil Nadu, payment is also happening, supply is also happening, everything is happening in Tamil Nadu itself, then only one state is applicable, which is Tamil Nadu state. In that case, government comes and says 50 for you, 50 for me. That 50 will be collected in CGST and the next 50 will be collected in. Yes or no? Yes. Imagine a scenario where it is Tamil Nadu to Kerala. Now there are 2 states involved and there may be a difference of rate. Now here is where the problem will come. Tamil Nadu will come and say, I want SGST. Kerala will come and say, I want SGST. Government of India came and said, bloody both will not get GST. I will get the GST. Then you will come and say, Rahul, then it's a mistake. No. At the end of the day, government is coming and taking 100%. No. What they will do is they will take the whole 100% and then they will split the 52 every state. They'll split the 52. They'll come and say every interstate supply, whatever 50% of it is there, I will keep as CGST itself. The balance 50% I will split to all states. Depending on the turnover ratios. Of every state. So they will report their turnover ratios. Based on that, government of India will split it to their countries, split it to their states. That is why CGST and IGST is not together, because CGST or money will only remain with union, but IGST or money will proportion to union and states. Make sense? Hello. So everything has a logic if you understand the logic properly. Everything has a logic. Makes sense? Yes. Now we are now talking about taxes. I came and told you tax in India can be levied or collected only by an authority of law. Notice the word very carefully. I only said the word tax. I did not use the word income tax. I did not use the word income tax. Here they are coming and saying, Rahul, any tax can be levied by an authority of law. I am not coming and telling it is income tax. I am not coming and telling it is indirect tax. Any tax can be done so. Any tax can be done so. Similar line items you will find it in other countries also. Similar lines you will find in other countries also, which is why I am coming and telling you taxes need not be logical. Taxes need not be logical. As long as it is approved, it is approved. As long as it is approved, it is approved. It does not have to be logic. Does not have to be logic. Should I prove it to you? Should I prove it to you? Let me show you some laws which other countries have. We already discussed one right now, right? Yes, one of the taxes which Japan has is called as fat tax, where they're coming and saying if you are found to be having a waistline more than 85 centimeter and 90 centimeter, they will fine you off. They will fine you off. That is called as fat tax. Now, you know there is a tax. You know there is a tax. Question is again, why? Question is again, why? Is it logical? No, it's there. Which means there should be an intention. They could have called it as income tax also, but they're purposely calling it as fat tax. There should be an intention. What is the intention? Sorry? They want people to become fat or they want people to become slim? Intention is very simple. There was a certain point of time in Japan where what happened is they were becoming very obese people. People will become very unhealthy because that time only this anime and this games and all started. Yes, so everyone was sitting at home doing nothing in life, just playing, eating, playing, eating, playing, eating. That is when they introduced this fat tax, where they came and said, I want people to now become more active, more healthier. Therefore, they levied this as a penalty. They levied this as a penalty, where they came and said, if you are going to have a waistline more than this, obviously means that if you're going to have a waistline more than this, you have a obese scenario. Your BMI is higher. Your BMI is higher. So they came and said, if your BMI is higher, then I will levy automatically something called as fat tax, so that you now are careful about not becoming fat. You now are careful not becoming fat. You be slim, I will not levy anything to you. Intention was to make sure that people are fit. To make sure people are fit. Yes. Biggest problem for you. Hungary has something called as junk food tax. There's something called as junk food tax. This is nothing but as good as GST. There's nothing but as good as GST. Yes, where they're coming and saying if you're going to eat more junk food, the price of junk food in Hungary is more costlier than healthy food. Why? Again, people will buy less of this. Things go weirder. Russia has something called as beard tax. Russia has something called as beard tax. Read, no, it says adopted in 1698 by Peter the Great Varama. To get the Russian society in congruence with the European role models, a beard tax ranging from 30 rubles to 100 rubles per year were charged. They came and said, Rahul, Russia, they wanted to make it on par with Europe. So they came and said, Europe people are looking very handsome and clean and, upright people and all. To make them look similar to them, we asked every people to cut their beard off. Now you come clean shave to me so that you look as good as an European people. Today's females and all, if you ask, no, if males clean shave, they will not come near him only. Yes. I will never clean shave, by the way. The day I clean shave, I will have a doubt whether I am sitting in the class or you are sitting in the class. Yes. See. Bangladesh has something called as English school tax. What is this English school tax? Bangladesh, they came and said, in Bangladesh, if you want to study, you have two kinds of mediums. One is English or Bangladeshi. English or Bangladeshi. They came and said, if you study in Bangladeshi, no problem. But if you study in English medium, I will levy more cost of education on you. I levy more cost of education. What is the thought? What is the thought? Sorry? What is the thought? Why did they levy? No, they don't. Nothing is great about Bangladesh for that matter. Ego. Okay, the intention was very simple. You already know Bangladesh is a very small country. It was taken away from India. Yes, it was already part of India, taken away from India, a very small country. Already development is very small. Already development is very small. Idila Vera, if they're giving you English education, what will automatically happen? You'll start coming and saying, my country is bad, my country is not good, the other countries is great. We also do it, right? So what happened is people started moving out of Bangladesh. and Bangladesh already was spending so much on their education, ending up not getting anything in return because these people were leaving. So they came and said brain drain is happening. What is happening? Keterkingla. You would have heard it in economics. Yes, where you are giving the whole cost of education and then the person leaves and goes. Yes, so they came and said, boss, I don't want people to do brain drain and all. Therefore, they made the cost of education of English become more challenging so that people stay back and don't take so much of English education and don't move outside. Yes, intention was not to grow their culture. Intention was to ensure that others don't leave their culture. The intention is very poor, but yeah, they had to do it. The last one. You had something called as shadow tax. Italy levied something called a shadow tax. I'll give you the background. The background was like Italy came and said that I am a country which is trying to promote its tourism, and so therefore I have some monuments. Problem is when people are in broad daylight standing before my monument, their shadow gets casted on my monument, because of which what happens, photos do not come out very nicely. So the photographers and all who's taking the photo of the monument will suddenly see a shadow, and therefore they will not be very impressed about coming to my country. And so therefore this is like a penalty. Where they came and said, if there is a national monument of Italy, do not come and stand before it and cast your shadow on it. If you cast your shadow, I will levy a penalty on you. That is called as implemented in 1993. Restaurant owners in Cognizant Veneto end up paying 100 euros each year if their signs cast a shadow on public walkways. Yes, things like this started happening. Tell me, compared to this income taxes, fairly logical. Yes or no? Yes. If you think that, the answer is probably no. Yes. Today in your syllabus of Inter, you are learning only something called as income tax. But income tax has also evolved over various times. If I have to give you a background, not relevant for syllabus, if I have to give you a background, in our syllabus itself, back in those times, we also used to have three more taxes. One was income tax, obviously. Then we used to call something called as gift tax. What tax? What do you mean by gift tax? You give gift to someone, the person receiving the gift will have to pay gift tax. Sounds logical? No, it doesn't. They abolished it. You will think, Rahul, if they abolished it today, if you get a gift, you will not be paying taxes, is it? Today, if you receive a gift, will you pay taxes? More for this side. You might have got gifts already in the past, no? Have you ever paid taxes? No. Is it because gift tax has been abolished? No. Gift tax was abolished and brought into income tax itself. Which means now income tax itself has gift tax. We learn it in a chapter called as IFOS, income from other sources, where we learn something called as gift tax. Apo, you will come and ask me, Rahul, whatever gift I got till now, should I pay taxes on it? You don't have to pay taxes. There is a reasoning and logic behind why you should not pay taxes. You will understand it better when we do IFOS. So when we do IFOS, that time you'll understand the logic better. Right now the point is, you have some gifts, you will have to pay taxes on those gifts also. Yes. So next time you're requesting for gift from someone else, please ask yourself twice, am I liable for income tax or not? Boys also, whenever someone is asking for gift going forward, ask them a simple question. Have you asked yourself and covered yourself under 56(2)(10)? Are you liable for gift tax na caterer? If they say no, then yeah. Yes, smart answers. You trap them also, they will also trap you. Okay, play both the sides. Anyway, one of the taxes called as gift tax. Second tax, which we had something called as wealth tax. Your parents would have paid it in the past. Do check with your parents. They have paid something called as wealth tax. Wealth tax is basically a yearly tax which was levied on you, where they came and said, if you have a certain amount of assets in your hand, like a building in your name, a house in your name, or any assets in your name, then they used to levy something called as wealth tax on you. Where they used to come and say, yearly once, for whatever wealth you have, you have to pay me a tax. Sounds logical? No, it's not. Think about it. How did you buy that building? From your income, and the income has already been taxed. So it's like you won 100 rupees, 30 went to government, 70 is what you had. On that 70 you bought the building, and on that building again they're asking for double tax. It's already being double taxed, yes or no? 70K you paid tax, again you're paying a tax on the wealth tax. Therefore they came and said, I'm sorry, I think this is wrong, let's abolish it. Let's property tax is an indirect tax, it's not income tax. Property tax is an indirect tax which is a levy on your property under indirect tax laws, not under direct tax laws. In direct tax laws, you had something called as wealth tax. That got abolished because they came and said it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay? Okay? Yes. Fourth, you had something called as fringe benefit tax. You had something called as fringe benefit tax. What is this fringe benefit tax and all? Just to give you a background. Assume you are working in a company. Assume you'll be given salary. Is that the only thing you'll be given? You'll be given allowance then. Bonus. You'll be given additional benefits also, like health insurance, medical insurance, ESOPs. PF is not a benefit per se. PF is a salary to you. Yes, you'll be given some additional benefits like that. Yes, you may also be given some free travel allowance. You are going and getting gifts and all. Because you have done some good job in the company, they would have given you gifts and all. Yes, what happened is those things and all generally were not being taxed. To tax all those items is what income tax introduced something called as fringe benefit tax. Because they came and said, boss, you're only taxing salaries. What happened to the balance items? At the end of it, that also you gave them as a benefit. So that also is an income for them only. So they came and introduced something called as fringe benefit tax. Later on, they realized, Rahul, if I give salary also, it is taxable. If I give fringe benefit also, it is taxable. Why don't I merge both? So therefore they abolished the fringe benefit and they introduced it in income tax. Today's chapter, most important chapter from inter syllabus, is your income from salaries. And the reason why this salary chapter is the biggest chapter in this syllabus right now in inter is because of the fact that fringe benefit now becomes a part of income tax. One of the most important chapters from your exam perspective is income from salaries. You will be spending a good amount of 3 to 4 weeks on it. It will take that much time for you to prepare it. Very lengthy chapter, and everything to mug up. Yes, we will do it together. That'll be a different one. Yes, but yes, salaries, one of the most important chapters to keep in mind. Yes, so 4 taxes which you had: income tax, gift tax, wealth tax, fringe benefit tax. This is from income tax perspective. Your other faculty of GST will come and tell you that GST ke munadi there were various laws. Indirect tax, right now there is GST. Before that, we had something called as excise duty. And then we had something called as CST, central sales tax. And then we had something called as SENVAT credit. Then we had something called as service tax. Ella combined pannittu, now they called it as GST. Beyond GST also, you have something called as customs duty. And you also have something called as forgot the name. Anyway, I think it's called as equalization levy. Okay, so something like that is there. All those things are also there. Again, final level syllabus. In inter level syllabus, direct tax you have income tax. Indirect tax you have. That is what the background is. Background's clear? Yes. Rahul, have you done the subject? You not even touched the subject. Now I know page open panla. But the background now is extremely clear. Yes or no? Yes. Now you understand how the waterfall is. Yes, how the whole sequence works. Yes. 3 words we had: laws. Third one, should we discuss? Let's not discuss today. For me to define you what is an income will require me to take you through the subject of income tax. So we will discuss income on a later day. When we start the subject. Rahul, Appu, are you not going to start the subject? No. We are still not going to start the subject. Tomorrow's class will also be about understanding the subject once again, more from a law perspective. Today we have understood why a law. Why a tax. Tomorrow we are going to understand how does a law get created. Ideally you should know this from a foundation, but you don't. So tomorrow what we'll do is, tomorrow we'll all become lawmakers. Tomorrow we'll become lawmakers. Tomorrow you are going to act as if you are Mrs. Nirmala Sitharamanji. Okay, or whatever, Piyush, what is his name, earlier guy, Piyush Goyal, or Mr. Manmohan Singh. Yes, assume yourself as that person. Tomorrow we are going to create a law. Tomorrow we are going to create a law. Together we'll sit together and we'll create one law. Okay, any law of your choice, any law of your choice. If you don't pick a law, I will create a law for you. Okay, so tomorrow we'll create a law, tomorrow we'll draft a law, and then we'll publish it off and give it to the market saying this is the law which is created by Sri Pragya CA Classes, November 2024 syllabus. Okay, yes, after we discuss what and how should you create a law is when we'll get into the subject of income tax, because without even understanding how a law is created, getting into the subject will not make you any sense. Okay, so tomorrow's discussion will only be about creating a law. Third class we'll be starting with the subject as promised. Okay, okay. You wanted to see the one which I did not show, is it? There is one called Shelna. There's nothing great about it. There's one which is very stupid which I did not want to show, is something this. This is more for global warming issues, therefore they introduced it. Nothing great about it as such. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Tomorrow's class, prepare yourself. We are going to create a law. We're going to create a law. Day after tomorrow, we'll start with the subject. So I'm giving you one more day's time. I don't want your highlighters and all to be ready by tomorrow also, but day after tomorrow, please have them all ready. Hey, in case I forget this off, one more item I forgot. We also have to carry something called as sticky notes. Post-its, yellow color. Yes, like I told you, what will happen is, since my material is all concise enough and you don't have space to write things, you will need something to write on. So what you'll do is, instead of scribbling in the material, you will carry something called as post-it. You will write all your notes in that post-it and then stick it in the same book itself, so that tomorrow if you have to read, you can read both of them together. Yes, carry something. Please don't carry that strip one. That's a very small thing to write. Carry the box one. Okay, so carry a square box post-it one. Please do carry it. Everyone carry your own post-its. Don't borrow, beg and steal from others. Okay, carry your own. It is important. You will need it. Please do not be scribbling in the material. Today, if you scribble, tomorrow during exams, you will not be able to understand anything out of it. Okay, so please do that. And I think I've already promised and informed all of you already. Today's class, nothing to read, because we have not discussed much. Tomorrow's class also nothing to read. Day after tomorrow's class, when we start, the promise which I want from every one of you is, every time we do one chapter or one topic or 3 hours of discussion, I will need exactly how much time? 3 minutes from you. I will need exactly 3 minutes from you. The 3 hours of the discussion you will complete in a matter of 3 minutes and come for the next class. Please ensure that you do that regularly, because this is the whole subject which will link each other from day 1 till day end. If you don't remember what happened on day 1, you will not be able to answer anything on the day end. So batch end varikkum, we should be able to follow the 3 minutes consistently. Then only you will be able to remember the subject. Trust me, I can make it logical for you, but at the end of the day, exam portha varikkum, you need to mug up things. And the mugging up will only happen with a 3 minutes effort. Okay, I don't want you to sit for 2 hours, 3 hours a day and mug up things. 3 minutes consistent effort will be enough for you to get that knowledge in your head. You will have to keep that knowledge, because there is a lot of numbers coming in, lot of provisions coming in, lot of understandings coming in. 3 minutes is what my request from day number 3. Can you follow it regularly? Great. Will you all come tomorrow? Let's see you all tomorrow. Please keep these books in handy. These 2 books are very important. Don't scribble the book. Don't tear the book. Don't pass it on to your friends. This is our internal secrets. It should not go to your friends in another academy also. Okay, keep it between us. We will see you all tomorrow's class. Thank you, people. Have a good day.